Greetings, y'all. Greetings. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. We got a special guest in the building, Miss Melanated Chicks. Miss Melanated, how are you doing today?
Well, life is living. So I'm just trying to hang on here and
Yes,
like everybody else.
yes,
I'm
indeed.
doing pretty good though. I'm glad that you asked.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you're hanging in there.
hmm Yeah.
Yes,
So
indeed.
how have you been doing?
Look, just trying to get through these days. I mean, that's all I know how to say. Like, just trying to get through these days, man.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been proctoring for these EOGs. I don't know if y'all have this, but in third, fourth, fifth grade, at the end of the year, they have to take these tests
hmm
and they test and test and test. And like the test didn't work for the first 2 days. And then they had to retest. And so, man, when I tell you, you can't have any electronic devices,
hmm
can't have your phone, laptop, anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, have you had,
Well, the end of the school year, those tests don't even count. They just give them to them.
but they keep freaking retesting and testing and retest. Like they are in
Yeah.
freaking third. What's good, CJ? Glad to see you in the building. Hey, good, beautiful ladies. How are y'all? CJ, aren't you in Dallas? I think so. I think CJ's in Dallas.
Okay. What's what's going on, CJ?
um, yeah. So I don't know why they're testing them if they don't really count. That's craziness to me.
No. No, the end of the school year um, tests don't really count. It's
Mhm,
just kind of see where they are at the end of the
mhm,
school year,
mhm.
and some of them are even handwritten, so
Mm.
it's not.
Handwritten. No, they be taking these tests on Chromebooks on their
Yeah, well,
computer.
you know, some of them are, and some of them are on the Chromebook. Yes, absolutely.
All the ones that I've come across, they have to do it on a Chromebook, and they are very serious about these tests. They can't bring their book bags in the classroom. They have to leave them outside.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I'm like, why
the
are
same
they
procedure.
why are they acting like that in third grade?
I don't know.
It's too
I
much.
mean, to really be honest, like, uh, I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is
Mhm.
that all this testing, uh, and school districts has been doing this for over 50 years, and so it has gotten more complex over the years, and we're still in the same spot.
I am
We
just
haven't changed.
over
Nothing has changed,
I'm
you
over
know,
I'm over
and I'm just kind of over it.
I'm
You
just
know,
over the whole thing.
you can't retain students anymore. It's an issue with that, and you have to have paperwork throughout the whole entire year in order to retain a student. It's
Um,
not like,
mhm,
okay, if they miss, for example, you know, in my opinion, um, if they miss 10 days and then uh, they miss, you know, 10 more days, and then they come to school, they may do a couple assignments, but still, um, if they don't do at least 40% of 100% of classwork, you still can't retain them.
so F these kids right now, and I'm sorry to say it like that. F these kids, it's about to be over. F these children. whether they do it or not. What's good, King Hazy? How you doing? Glad to see you in the building. I'm just trying to get through the rest of these days. I think next week, Wednesday's the last day. I'm over and done with it. Moving right along. Okay. Because I'm tired of talking about these children, honestly.
I
Like,
mean, and even the ones that, that have, that are problematic, you know, um, I mean, you can't you can't send them home, you can't expel them hardly. You can't hardly do anything to these kids,
hmm,
you know. You some of the some teachers, some educators that I know, you know, just all over, have told me, uh, my God, I spend at least, class is 50 minutes. I spend, 25 minutes of just, trying to conduct,
yeah,
discipline,
behavior. Speaking of
discipline
children,
or behavior for one
yeah,
student. And the other kids, I mean, the other children, I mean, they kind of tag along in with it,
they do.
and then you may see three or four that are really wanting to do the work.
Yeah, it's the same thing like that I've been saying the whole however long I've been dealing with the children. Speaking of this, graduation is here, right?
Right.
So, for some reason, people can't help themselves but to be ratchet at graduations. I'm going to share this video because I don't know if you heard about the girl that she didn't know how to conduct herself at graduation. So they ended up holding her diploma, and I'm going to show you what she did on stage. And this is
Is
very
this is this is this high school,
I think
college?
graduation. So it's high school. Look at this. Look at this nonsense.
Pride Plus News, I'm Janaba. Graduation videos have been trending lately and have also caused some heated debates on what is acceptable when receiving a diploma. This out with the addition of inappropriately bouncing.
So this is what she did on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to see this. Now, not only did she do the split, she bounced with it.
With some even pointing out with the addition of inappropriately bouncing in front
Why are
Oh
we
my God.
why are we doing this? And that was embarrassing. It was just freaking embarrassing.
of her teachers, parents, and family members.
Wow.
Now, as the video continues, school officials would immediately respond to Campbell's dance moves and would withhold her diploma.
Where was this at?
Chicago outlet Fox 32,
Chicago.
Campbell would share that she would later learn school officials had intentionally withheld the diploma after thinking there must have been
That
a
looks
mix-up
like a
before being
Lincoln High
escorted
School
away from the
color.
ceremony.
Oh
I
no,
tried to
that's
reach
Fox
for my
32,
diploma
so that's
and
somewhere
I
else.
didn't get it before being escorted away from the ceremony. I tried to reach for my diploma and I didn't get it. I was confused at first. I thought they mixed up my name.
How was she confused? Tell me, how was she confused? Yeah, excuse me, I gotta eat. How was she freaking confused?
And I want to know, did they
Mhm.
interview the parents?
You know what? I am going to look that up because I want to.
Yes.
Her mother said more than likely her father is
I want to know what the father
the father probably
said.
wasn't even around for her to be doing that. Because what girl would do this and her father's in the crowd?
In response to her diploma being withheld, Campbell would then call out her school in a new interview and on social media. According to her, the school, Chicago Tech Academy, never made it clear that celebratory gestures were not allowed and that she left feeling hurt and disappointed.
Well, they don't have
I've come here
to.
to talk about how I've been
They don't
wrongfully
have to
done.
tell you. Let me
Listen,
hold it. Hold
listen to what she had to
hold
say.
the pause the video. Actually, she said that she didn't know that it was supposed to be an issue or that there was a priority not to do that. Duh. Okay, morally not to do it.
Right.
Morally not to
Well,
do it.
obviously she didn't know because she did it.
No, morally, not to do that. And that's
You
all that
know not
I
to
look.
do that. You know not to do. She did it. So apparently she didn't know any better because she did it. Listen to this nonsense.
Hurt and disappointed.
I've come here to talk about how I've been wrongfully done at Chicago
Get
Tech
your dumb
Academy
ass off
and
the
how I didn't receive
camera.
my diploma because I did a split on stage. Now, a quick backstory. I've been telling these people for weeks that I was going to do a split on stage. It was not a surprise. They just thought I was
You
joking.
told your
And that's the
homegirls.
problem now. Don't think.
She said she told the school that she was going to do
Yeah. You told the school, your school homegirls.
that. Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell faculty
Right.
or administration. You didn't tell them that.
Exactly.
So rearrange your words, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm joking
Little
because I'm
slut.
not. After I sat down, I was escorted out of the graduation ceremony and I was taken outside by a dean. Long story short, I ended up leaving. I didn't even get to do the left to right or right to left with the graduation cap because I was really upset. Like, I was really upset. I think the school has something personal against me. Why? I have no
Girl,
idea. I think it's
really?
because
The school, out of what, 200 some kids who graduated, they have something against you.
They had nothing against her.
You were graduating,
Right.
ma'am.
Exactly.
So they didn't have anything against you.
Mm-hmm.
You went up on stage, thought that it was Magic City, and tried it. and they took it right on back.
Talk about it.
And let's talk about it, baby.
I'm happy.
You weren't in the club getting hot wings and fries.
Right. Exactly.
And a Hennessy and Coke. Come on now.
And she still got braces in her mouth. Like, why are people so fast to, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a teenager, but why is she acting like she's 21 years old at the club somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I said. She thought it was Magic City.
Mm-hmm.
And the magician made you disappear. Okay.
I'm always outgoing, and most of all, I have money. Ms. Shackleford, she told me I need to think of a way to make up for what I've done.
Hold up. Did she say
she have money?
So what is, she's not acting like it.
Wait a minute. Where is the parents since she got money?
I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
Way.
And this was supposed to be a celebratory moment, and I made it about myself.
Did she say celebratory moment? Or did she mean to say celebratory moment?
That's what she meant to say, but she got all her nouns, pronouns, verbs, and adjectives all mixed up.
She graduating, huh?
They received rules, but the rules had nothing to do with what you can and cannot do while you walk across the stage. It was disappointing. It really hurt my feelings. I cried, and I couldn't even continue the graduation. I hope everyone stay true to themselves and never change for anybody.
Now, as the story has picked up,
you know what? I don't feel sorry for her. I don't
either. I hope they actually make her come back to school and do an extra semester.
Many parents online have now reacted and are calling out the teen for even thinking it was appropriate and her parents for lack of teaching her appropriate behavior.
So showing everyone that you know how to do the Magic City split is what you wanted to do for your graduation.
What I tell you?
You said it. You said it.
Instead of having your parents all proud, who knows? They probably were proud. I don't know. But let me just say this. Instead of leaving a good memory behind with your school or something to show proud to the world, you choose to show them that you qualified to go work at the Magic City. Hopefully y'all know what Magic City is. And let me just say this. Y'all still be at school functions, whether it's the prom or graduation. You're determined to do things and interrupt a graduation so you can stand out and I guess go viral.
I don't know if I'm getting old or I came from a different generation.
Look at that. So inappropriate.
Stand out and I guess go viral.
I don't know if I'm getting old or I came from a different generation, but this right here, if my daughter would have did this at her college graduation, she didn't have a high school graduation where they did, it was COVID, but if she would have did this, the splits, I would have been hot.
Y'all, what is going on with our young people? Why are they at these graduations breaking it down? This girl did a split on the stage while she was walking off. They did not give her diploma. She don't see what's wrong with it.
Of the video.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
So basically, you said only graduates? No, we didn't behave like that when we were this. We didn't do this. We knew better. We knew better.
We was so happy to get it. Shoot, we was jumping up and down, hollering, screaming, I did it. I did it. Yes, thank you. Coach so-and-so. Thank you. The dean. Thank you. Principal so-and-so. Thank you. All the teachers that stood by me. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we didn't, we weren't splitting and breaking it down and doing the Watusi and tooting it up and bouncing and doing all this old crazy crap.
No class whatsoever.
One user would write, my mama would have beat my ass. While another would say, the fact you didn't see anything wrong with it is crazy. More would continue with, have some decorum. While another would say, my mama would have embarrassed me in front of the whole auditorium since I embarrassed her. And lastly, another user would say, this is a lesson that needed to be learned. You can't go through life thinking you will be free of consequences. Do publicly can to your choices. Now, for some, it is a lack of accountability and awareness of her being wrong, which has brought on another wave of criticism. Fast forward to a day after taking her issues publicly, Campbell would receive her diploma, causing Moore to be upset after seeing her make jokes about it.
How you say graduated in Spanish?
In Spanish, graduated is graduado.
Girl, I just graduado.
Finally, finished with all my homework. I don't know what I learned, but I know I'm done learning.
In response to the video, a user would write, and you learn nothing from
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
No, I mean only grads, only fans are only Hayes.
I want to know, like you said, where's her mother? They didn't show her mother, but the school held her diploma. And I think the dean said that she would have to come back and figure out how to make it up in order for her to get her diploma. That's how she got her diploma. And I think more schools should hold these children accountable, because that's completely inappropriate and it's very embarrassing. It makes people it's showing the world like we don't know how to act at any occasion.
This is sad.
It is sad.
It's sad. And it's also disgusting because you busted wide open on top of a dirty ass stage. Bounce and look back at it. She looked back at it like, hey, I'm bouncing it, I'm squatting it, I'm busting it wide open.
Oh my gosh. I want to hear what the mother had to say.
They're not gonna show, because look, either she was all for it and the reason why they're not gonna show her, or she's so embarrassed that she's not gonna say anything. It could be one of the two.
I want to see her mother. I want to know who raised the child, because that's the first thing people gonna say. Who raised you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's embarrassing. Let me see. She made the news.
Oh my gosh, she made history.
The internet. Sparked a huge debate nationwide.
He's GAY, but let's keep going.
Left a teen in Chicago without the diploma she says she earned. So after days of controversy, millions of views online, and a face-to-face meeting with the principal, she went back to school. Here's Tia Ewing with an update.
So people in the video were saying, it would have been cool with a split.
Yes.
You did a little split, a little twerk, little booty pop. Any regrets?
No, I do not have any regrets. Honestly, I didn't think it was a twerk. If I am fair, I thought.
What?
What? She doesn't have any regrets. So she thinks that this was that's why I want to know where's her mother? Because her mother should have told her this is very inappropriate. Why would you do that? She's gonna get up here and say she did not regret it.
I was just doing a split, but I apologize to anyone who thought it was inappropriate.
She didn't just do a split. She split and then she started bouncing and popping.
Yeah, she busted it wide open.
And I am truly sorry, but I have no regrets at the same time.
At a graduation, girl, she couldn't wait to you know how like you celebrate later. She couldn't wait. She had to do this on stage.
She was calling all the boys to the yard. Look at me, I can bust it down. Call me.
You've seen it on your
Call
phone.
me.
The center of an online debate.
On your timeline, in your group chat. The split that stopped a graduation. One celebratory moment turned Tyvion Campbell into a viral sensation. A high school senior dropping into a split and what many online called a twerk. Just before receiving the diploma she spent years working to earn. But that moment made headlines, and it also kept her diploma right out of her hands.
What made you decide you're going to go ahead and apologize to her?
Because personally, I can't help how she feels about what I've done. So all I can do is try to amend for it, you know?
Inside Chicago Tech Academy, school officials didn't want our
That's the
cameras
mom in the
following
purple
the
dress.
conversation.
That's her mother. Oh,
I bet.
okay. Let's hear.
You'd be able to walk you guys away in office, but the news cannot come.
So we waited. 5 minutes later, the doors opened.
What I tell you, that was
Campbell
the
walked
mom.
out dancing and holding what she says she
Wow, she don't know how to act. Where is she getting this behavior from? Look at this. This
The
is-
mama.
earned.
Wow!
Her high school diploma.
No matter what I did, I do deserve this degree. I worked 12 hard, long years.
She called it a degree. Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord, I've heard it all.
Said that she deserves this degree. She's 12 long, hard years.
So, what's the name of the degree?
A diploma is what she got.
Right, but I'm saying what what did you major
I ended
in?
up ultimately apologizing to her and saying she's been receiving emails about death threats.
For Campbell, this was never about regret. It was about resolution.
What would you tell another student that's graduating?
I would tell another student to be just as outgoing as me. Whatever they feel is right to do on that stage, make sure you do it. You deserve.
You know what? Because of this, they're going to start banning certain behavior. Watch. Need to.
This moment and you've earned it.
Waving to the crowd before dropping.
And while the internet may still be debating whether the celebration went too far,
It's a lot of 50-50 comments. A lot of people think maybe it was a bit inappropriate and others think that it wasn't anything wrong with it. And I just appreciate everybody for giving their opinion.
the split may have made her famous.
So glad that I was able to finally receive my diploma.
But it's the diploma that will take her where she's going next.
No, it's not. Let's cut the crap, okay? Let's really be honest here.
And look, if she goes to the next stage in her life of trying to get into a university or a 4-year college of some sort, they're going to look her up. They're going to see who she is. And they're going to look at her totally different.
Young ladies, females, we've got to do better because that is sending the wrong message. As soon as she's trying to open a new chapter of her life, what do you think she's going to be known for now? The girl that was popping it on the stage, busting into a split.
Yes. The Magic City graduate.
That's all they're gonna like, and she doesn't understand now, but maybe she will when she gets a little bit older. Because even if she tries to go get a job, this is going to pop up. Because you know, you do research on people.
Yes, they do.
You know, that's the sad part. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. Moving along.
Children are children.
Moving along. Let me show you about these China babies, since that was in the topic. So in China, they have created these doll babies. I don't know if people have heard about it, but basically they named the doll Natasha. Natasha is a melanated doll, and what they're doing is they are demonstrating their hate for the dolls. Okay. So this is representative of melanated babies, basically. All right, let me see if I can find the video, because I got it saved right here. Sad. All right, here we go. Oh, shoot. It's on Instagram. Here it is. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Here we go. All right. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stomping these dolls out, beating these dolls, and doing all sorts of heinous things to a black doll baby. If this is not CH mixed with racism, then I don't know what is. The Chinese population in China is Chinese people. They are not even in close proximity to black people like that. So what in the fuck is going on? What would prompt them to do this? And then when we say everybody is obsessed with black people, they say, oh, you're lying. No one likes you. We all have black fatigue. When we say people are delusional and it is nothing but pure projection, when they talk about how we operate through the world and how we treat people and how we're dangerous and how we're a threat to society, when it's literally the people that are pointing the finger, three are pointing back at them. Because what on God's green earth would make Chinese people make a doll and call it the Natasha doll just to torture it and beat it up for stress relief? A little black baby doll. Literally, I've seen a video of a Chinese person running the doll over with a car, slapping the doll, slamming the doll, doing all sorts of demonic debauchery with this black baby doll. Yet people swear for God that we are the worst thing that happened to planet Earth. We've not done anything to anybody to subjugate them, denigrate them, disenfranchise.
Wait a minute. Look at those dolls that has
And then
the
we keep saying, well, what is the problem? What's the
huge
problem?
and blue
It has
hair and the blue and purple hair. Like, what the?
This is what the Chinese people have done. They put these dolls out, and this is a depiction of melanated babies.
to be pure jealousy and envy and just racism, because there's no excuse for this. There's no excuse. There aren't even black people in China like that for them to be doing this. Globally, everyone has an issue with black people. And then you'll be like, oh, well, if everybody has an issue, then maybe you're the problem. No, maybe we are the source. It got to be jealousy. It has to be, because what else is the reason for this? And just blatant racism. They are not even in proximity to black people like that in China. Yet they're taking delight in torturing a black baby doll. Let that sink in. What do y'all think about this? Sound off in the comments below, because this is just like spread love is the Brooklyn way. Like, child, everybody globally has a gripe with black people, and particularly black Americans, because the name Natasha, that's a black American name. Like, they're not named Natasha over on the continent. You don't hear too many Natashas in South America or in the Caribbean. That sounds like a black American's name. This is crazy. So the Chinese people over in China are using black baby dolls for stress relief. They're literally torturing these dolls, stomping these dolls out, beating these dolls, and doing all sorts of heinous things to a black doll baby. If this is not
okay, so I just wanted to show that so you could see it for yourself. And King Hazy said, you think it's extremely inappropriate, but if she did her work, they shouldn't be able to withhold her diploma. I disagree. I think that they should be able to withhold her diploma because I am tired of melanated females embarrassing the entire race, acting like they have no decorum and self-respect. And maybe if they suffer some consequences, then they will stop behaving this way. But moving on to the dolls. What do you think about this, Miss Melanated Chicks?
I'm not surprised.
Mm.
I'm really not, because they have been making fun of black people,
Mm-hmm.
melanated people for a very long time. So it's not just in China, it's all over the world,
It is. It really
you
is.
know. And like the young lady said in the video, uh, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
They have a problem with us until it's time for them to, mock us, become dancers, become um
Oh, you mean like emulate the melanated cultural style, like take their dance
yes,
moves, listen to their music,
yes, yes,
take on their fashion sense, stuff like that.
even slang and verbiage,
Mm-hmm.
different just overall, just us being black,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Um it's just not only in China, it's everywhere.
It's
It's
global.
everywhere. It's
It's
global.
you're right. It is. It really.
And if they hate us so much, you wonder why they want to be like us. The same thing not too long ago, about a month ago, when we were talking about the Caucasian sister was teaching her little Caucasian sister how to get a black athlete who was rich.
Now, did we bring that up on the channel?
I don't know. Did we?
I don't remember.
We probably discussed it among ourselves,
I'm
but
trying to think that I showed the text messages on the screen about how she would secure herself a black athlete. And basically, this is a good topic to bring up because she was saying that the black males have such low self esteem that any attention they receive from a white person, they're going to be like just melting in the palm of the white person's hands for
mhm.
acceptance and validation.
Yes, and also, she was bringing up some type of manipulation where she would say certain things to the black athlete to where he would start thinking, oh, black women are, blah
She
blah this, blah blah that,
she used the
and he would laugh,
no,
and he
she
would
used the
laugh.
term bring the shenane out of her. You gotta
Right.
make have to make him realize just how ghetto she really is so that he will see her in a negative light.
Yes.
You have to be his peace. You just smile and wave when you meet his family. Know that he's going to cheat. You have to accept that behavior because that comes with the territory. But you have to place yourself in his life so that he can't feels like he can't live his life without you because you
Yeah. He was
serve.
teaching her how how to make him become handicapped so he can solely depend on her. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that is something that's hard. But the hate and the envy at the same time. I mean, we know all about it. People love us and hate us at the same time, and you already know what I'm talking about. But this is a global thing. It's not like you said. It's not just in China. It's nationwide, and people are very hyper fixated on studying melanated females because if you notice, people stare and try to act like they're not looking or watching us, and they
Mhm.
serving us. They are.
Mhm.
It's the craziest thing ever.
Right. I remember back in the 80s when white people, when I first started um, learning to do hair, when I was first in beauty school,
Mhm.
and some of the visiting Caucasian instructors, they would come over to our black school, our black school, and they would, our instructors would teach them how to do weaving and do hair bonding and do eyelashes and do extensions and and color hair using different types of color and braiding the hair. So it's been going on for a very, very long time. Um, I remember when my aunt was in beauty school back in the 70s, the 60s and the 70s, and she said that's how they learned how to braid hair and plait hair and also hot comb hair back even in the 60s and the 70s. So they have been watching us and wanting to learn our culture for a very long time. So this is nothing new.
It's so interesting that you bring that up because I have another video that actually kind of talks about this. And it goes a little bit more in depth into it. So I'm going to play this and I'm going to share my screen. So just a second. It's interesting. We're a very interesting group of people and we're very diverse. So let's listen to this.
These black Natasha dolls. I received a few requests to talk about these black Natasha dolls that are trending in China. I don't know if they're still trending, but they were trending at some point. And if you don't know, it's these dolls that look like this. And there's been a viral trend to like throw them on the floor and smash their heads, run them over with cars, fill them up with water and like slice them open. It's awful. Like it's clearly very awful. I do want to clarify though, I don't live in China. I've never.
Yeah, he's giving a disclaimer that like.
Okay, so he doesn't live in China.
Chinese people in China just don't see it that way because they don't experience racism.
Don't you? So he's trying to claim that they don't consider that racism, right? Because Chinese people don't experience racism. Well, let's think about this for a minute. If you are Chinese and you live in China, why would you experience racism? Because you are amongst your group of people. Over here in America, we've been invaded by the colonizer that came over here with their racism. So we've always endured racism in our own country and globally because they've spread this all around the globe at this point. Then I want to move into another topic about these Asian businesses, how they come over here and they usurp the resources from this country and they benefit off of the melanated dollar, and they thrive economically as a whole. And then they like to look down on the same people that help make them rich, right? Melanated people have got to stop selling themselves out to everyone. And this is a problem that I see that goes on every single day in the community. People keep supporting these Asian businesses and giving them their money, no matter how bad they're treated, no matter how bad they're talked about. They continue, and melanated people sign up for this abuse. They sign up for this abusive behavior, and they do not stand up for themselves by withholding their black dollars from these businesses. So let's hear how they really feel.
Boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get.
Okay, so they said if you're going to boycott Asian businesses, please do, is what he said.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the Black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are not neighborhoods. We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown.
Hi guys, welcome back to
Okay, so these are Kenyan sisters from Africa, but they talk about a lot of these topics. Yeah, Black Revolutionary is in the building. Oh my goodness, he made it, y'all. Say hi to BRNTV. What's good, King? I haven't seen you in a while. Drop the link. Of course I will. Of course I will.
And while you're doing that, let me speak about
Yes.
the military. So,
Okay.
you know, in the military, even I can remember even back in the 50s, when my uncle was saying he would tell us stories about when he was in the military, and he's like 91 right now.
Oh
He's
wow.
still living, yes. And when he went to the military, and when he was stationed over in the Philippines, and also he went to I think it was Baghdad, I want to say, somewhere up in there. But he was stationed in several places over there on that side of the world. And he was telling me that the Asians, their parents was teaching them how to get a Black soldier. So they could hook up, get married, and bring them back over to the US, and then send for the rest of the family.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I just want to add on to that. I see you, BR.
So this has been going on for a very long time.
Yes, BRN, we got you on the screen. I want to add on to that very briefly because, you know, my father was in the military, and one of his, what do you call it, co-workers, he married an Australian woman, and the Australian woman, she lives here in the United States. But my mother was like, when she first met this lady, all this lady would do was talk about Black people to her in a negative way. Like she always had something negative to say about Black people. And my mom said at some point she looked at her kind of funny, she kind of strange, like, why does she feel so comfortable talking to me about Black people? But she's married to a Black man that was in the military. It didn't make sense. And she's from Australia, but she lives here. Yes. BRNTV, how are you doing? Can you hear us? You said there's a delay in the live. Is there a delay in the live for you, Melanated Chicks?
No.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't know why. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Your screen is kind of have a slight delay.
Hold on.
Okay. There is a delay. There's a delay. So I don't know what I mean if it's coming from me or whatever. So can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's no delay on my end. You want to go back out and come back in? Melanated Chicks, you okay? Can you hear everything?
I hear everything.
Yeah, but like, BRN, do you want to go back out and try to come back in? I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a delay.
I think he's gonna come back in. Yeah, but you know, she said it was the strangest thing. The guy, he was very dark complected, and you know, So she said she couldn't understand it. Like what was
And also he would tell us that prostitution wasn't really prostitution. They were setting up these sex houses for the women there to meet these black military men. And that's how a lot of our melanated men ended up with an Asian or uh, someone of not our race. And they would gladly feel sorry for them and to take them out of prostitution and make wives of them and then bring them back to the States. So
greetings, Fox Galaxy. How you doing? Yeah, I mean, I feel like they all plot and plan on melanated
mhm,
and try to benefit off of them the best way that they can. And this is always going to be the case as long as they keep falling for this nonsense. So, I mean, if they get taken advantage of, I really don't feel sorry for them because they brought it on themselves. That's really how I feel about that. You know, just like I was going to talk about Dame Dash. Dame Dash, I like Dame Dash's business savviness. What I disagree with is that Dame Dash made certain that he never procreated with a melanated female, nor did he marry a melanated female. All the stuff he talks about sounds good, but if you notice, he never did procreate with a melanated female, as far as I know.
right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
All right, that's good, Fox Galaxy. I'm glad you're feeling okay. Don't you have a birthday, or didn't you have a birthday? It must have already passed because we're in Gemini season. Happy belated birthday, Fox Galaxy. He's a Taurus, and BRN. I don't know. I think he's gonna come back up. He's also a Taurus, but you know, Dame Dash wanted to say some stuff about Kevin Hart. I was watching a few of his interviews and I find him very interesting. Nevertheless, despite all of the controversy that surrounds him, I
And
still,
Russell Simmons did the same thing.
yeah, they all do the same thing. But then when they get into like a bunch of controversy, they want the support of who? The melanated community,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
absolutely.
So I just feel like you got to treat people how they treat you. You know, if they turn their backs on you, you got to kind of show them like, okay, we don't care about you. Go over there,
Hmm.
go over there with them people that you've been going over there with.
Hmm.
So let me just play a little bit of this.
Deal with like a fund, all that matters.
Let's skip here.
Jeff Ekman owns Hilco. They only do business if it's in distress, allegedly, from what I remember. Like when you deal with like a fund, all that matters is what's the criteria to make the fund deploy. And the criteria for Jamie Salter is usually distress. He only does distress. So he has a vegan business that goes out of business, and then all of a sudden he sells his name, and now he has to sit there and and he has to defend this. You know what I mean? And it's embarrassing. Jay and Kevin Hart are embarrassing because I put them where they're at, and then they went to the devil. And this is what happens. It seems like after 20 years, the gig be up. Like when is as like what would be the things that were said were very disrespectful. Like I'm a
Okay, so what he's talking about, he's talking about the Kevin Hart roast. I don't know if you saw that or not. Fox Galaxy, I'm glad you're feeling really good. I don't know if you saw the Kevin Hart roast, Miss Melanie Chicks. Are you muted? Oh my gosh, let me bring you back up here. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you got taken down. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. He was talking about that Kevin Hart roast. And you know, they basically called Kevin Hart a monkey. They talked about his family coming from slavery on a slave ship. I don't know if you saw that. It was on Netflix. They talked about Cheryl Underwood, talked about her skin complexion, talked about her hair. They called Lizzo a fat bee. Tiana Taylor got called a bee. Like it was quite disrespectful. Quite disrespectful. Did you see it?
Yeah, was that on the awards on that special?
That was the
Um,
Netflix roast.
1, 2. Okay.
okay.
Okay, so we can hear you and see you, BRN.
Okay. Well, is that better? I think it
Yeah,
was on
you're
me.
fine. You're fine. I don't have any issues. I might have to
Good.
go. I might have to turn my camera off because I got to charge my laptop, and you know, I only have like two ports. One is for the microphone, and the other one is to this camera. So I might have to turn my screen off, but you'll still be able to hear me.
Okay. Well, peace to you, Queen,
Yes,
and peace to the other queen on the panel. You know what I
Miss
mean?
Melanated.
You know,
And happy
I just,
belated
I just love
birthday.
seeing my black woman. Huh?
I said happy belated birthday to you because I know you had one in May. You're a Taurus, right?
May?
What?
No,
Wait a minute.
mine's uh,
I can't.
mine's is coming up. Yeah, mine's
Wait,
in August.
you're a Leo. Why do
Yeah,
I keep
Leo.
thinking you're a Taurus? I don't know why. I always thought. Okay, I'm sorry. I always thought you were a Taurus.
No. It's all good. Yeah, mine's is coming up. Yeah.
Okay, but yes, Miss Melanated Queen. Um,
Yeah.
he says hi to you.
Hello.
Peace. Peace and love to you.
I think this
Yeah,
is
how
the
are you?
first time
Yeah.
you two been on the panel together.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'm sorry. I got to turn it off because I got to charge my laptop, y'all. I don't want it to go dead. But I'm still here
Sure.
with y'all. So yes, Mr. BRN, I am so glad to have you up here with us.
Yeah. Glad to be here. Yeah. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And I see you still doing your thing, and I love it.
I'm bringing
You know
it
what I
back.
mean?
I haven't been here in a while, but I said I need to get back into the
Yeah.
flow of it.
So I see you guys were discussing the um uh, um the culture vulture, the Asian guy who was talking about, everything we buy comes from them, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's pretty interesting because you see that talking point, that would have fly over maybe, you know, like 10, 15 years ago, but we pretty much onto their game, and it sounds good, but this is the problem with this. First of all, when he's talking about they have their own black community, their own Asian um, um, stores and community and stuff like that. You have to remember this white supremacy government, they wasn't allowing the Asians to come into their community, so they give these people loans so they
Mhm.
could come into black communities. So we always have to remember that. So these people, they get a handout from this white supremacy government to come in to do, to set up business, in the black community. And we couldn't get loans to set up businesses. I'm not talking about just a barber shop, whatever, or a beauty salon or whatever, which is all good. But I'm talking about real businesses that could make, a difference in the community. Like a grocery store, like a shopping mall. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
Those are the kind of businesses that sustain a community, like for generations. And he said something very interesting. And I saw this video, and I was laughing because he's like, "Oh yeah, we get the cars and we get the TVs and all kind of stuff. Where do all these Asian people get the minerals,
The resources.
and the resources.
They get it from
Right? They get
Africa.
it from Africa.
They get it
So
from
let's be
Africa.
straight.
They do.
That's the reason why that I'm a Pan-African, because you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, all this FBA stuff is good for kind of stuff, but you got to remember, they don't look at this. They don't look at us as a monolithic group, whatever. Just the individual over here and there. They look at us as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
We look at us, oh yeah, no, this is somebody from the Caribbean, and this is somebody from Africa, whatever. We divide ourselves so small, right, that we can't even have a global impact.
Mm-hmm.
The resources that Chinese and Europeans and all these people is fighting for right now, you know what I mean? It's inside of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And we fighting among each other, and we don't even look at the broader picture. This is what it is. So you could have this man come and insult us, not knowing that we don't even want to do trade or to do commerce with people on the continent, because that's where the future is. I mean, and that's where that's where these people and them, they have been getting all this stuff for their phones, their computer, for their cars, and all kind of stuff. We don't understand that. We just want to stay in, I mean, in our own country or community and just feel, okay, we could do this alone.
Mm-hmm.
We have to broaden our thinking and realize, because those guys then play on a global scale.
Mm-hmm.
We still playing in, like, and I mean, like, our little community or hoods or countries, whatever. These people is global. You know what I mean? It's time for us to think mature and grow up and think global.
Yeah.
Because if we were networking and doing commerce with the people on the continent, like on a large scale, then this Asian guy wouldn't come and insult us like that, whatever. But we have to know the things he's saying, and we have to dissect it and understand why he's saying this kind of stuff, right? But also we have to shut it down, and we have to realize, hey, how these people I mean, end up in our neighborhoods. And I mean, they show up, whatever. The government allowed them to do that because they didn't want them to come in their neighborhood. So they say, hey man, I mean, go to the Negro neighborhood and set up whatever. And we don't understand that we are too loyal to all these foreigners coming in, you know what I mean, into our community.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't benefit from it. And people always say, oh yeah, the black neighbor, the black community is poor. No, it's not. Why the Arabs and the Chinese and the Indians and all these people and them there? They ain't there because it's poor. They understand. We don't support each other.
Right.
And we don't do commerce and business with each other. So they exploit that, right? That flaw that they see, and it's time. I don't know what I mean? Like, we see this. I mean, we've been seeing this for generations, for at least like 30, 40 years now. And, you know what I mean? We didn't realize the game that is being played on us. You know what I mean? So you have this culture vulture wearing his hat like us, whatever. I mean, telling us about, hey, you know what I mean? If you boycott us, whatever, we're going to pull this, whatever. That's the reason why he could flex on us like that.
Mm-hmm.
If we are networking and holding shares of minerals and resources in Africa, you think he could flex on us like that?
And you know, China, I think it's China. They are actually going over to Africa to colonize Africa and to gather resources from Africa right now. And they've been doing it for a couple of years now.
You see, I tell people, and people don't believe me, Africa is the future. And that's the reason why they're not going. So all this stuff, oh yeah, go back to your country. It's why you think they're there? They're not there to be the African for them. They're there to get resources, whatever. But you know, you have a lot of people on the continent, they are clamping down, whatever. And that's why when you have a revolutionary mind thinking of a leader over there, he understand that. You know what I mean? It's only the puppet leaders that does welcome these people with a red carpet and exploit the people in the government, right? So that's why they could get away with stuff like this. But what I mean? That's why I support the AES, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, because
Ooh, Burkina Faso.
they
Yes.
they understand what they need to do, and they
Yes.
talk about us over here. You know what I mean? They understand. They're like, hey, you know what I mean? We see you, and they always mention, you know what I mean, the diaspora Africans. So you have to understand. So this xenophobic kind of thing I see, you know what I mean, a lot of black people like in South Africa and here, you know what I mean, in Canada, whatever, they're kind of dealing with. You know what I mean? We have to mature, you know what I mean, our mind and our thinking and think globally.
Mhm.
Everybody is rushing to go to Africa because they understand,
Mhm.
right? And also when you look at Africa, 75% of the population is young people under 18. It's the youngest population of the world, and that's the future. So that's why we need to think global.
Mhm.
These people figured this out like a long time ago. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And we still trying to pick fight with each other here at home, whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's crazy to me when I see that.
It
And I
is.
mean, and just me traveling to Africa, I
Mhm.
see this thing. So I could speak from experience.
Right. So tell me about your recent venture to Africa, because I know you've been more than once.
Yeah, man, Africa is home. So I traveled to Tanzania,
Mhm.
and I went over to Zanzibar, which is about, you know what I mean, like an hour and 45 minutes ferry from the area in Tanzania called Dar Islam, whatever. And yeah, bought some land in Zanzibar.
That is
Beautiful,
amazing.
beautiful people,
Mhm.
just beautiful, man. And one thing that really stuck out to me, because I mean, me growing up, I mean, in the Caribbean, seeing and eating real fruits, seeing real peppers that is this small,
Uh-huh.
and forgetting when you go to the grocery store here and the peppers is like this big, whatever, you realize, I mean, you know what I mean, all this is all, it's poison we eating. So when,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So when you eat real food and see real food, and you're like, yo, I forget peppers look this small, because I mean, that's all, I mean, it's supposed to be like naturally.
Mhm.
So, I mean, when I see stuff like that, man, it's just, more reason, what I mean, for me to be there. And yeah, I mean, Africa is always a beautiful place to go, because sometimes it kind of humbles you too, and you get to realize, because we chase so much material things. I mean, we trying to keep up with this romantic world we're living in, and it's crazy. And sometimes, and I mean, it just humble you. You know what I mean? And just see the people, they don't have much, man, but they're happy.
Yeah.
They're happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all the fruits I'm eating from the tree, like mangoes and papaya and coconut, straight from the tree. You know what I mean? The place I was staying, whatever, it had all this stuff. I'm picking papaya from the tree. So, what I mean? So when you see stuff like that and you experience stuff like that, you're like, yo, why I want to be here like in the West? You know what I mean? Eating all this fake food, you know what I mean? And just dealing with
Yeah.
this kind of nonsense, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. Man, it's just, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Melanated Chicks and I have been talking about this for years. We want to go to Africa. We want
Yes.
to the journey. We want to take the trip. He actually, you see, I told you, he just told you he bought some land out there.
Yep.
So I just think that's so wonderful. Congratulations to you. That's so commendable. I'm
Yes, congratulations.
proud for you.
1 acre of land.
That's amazing.
1 acre of land, paid for, done, everything. So it's a good. So I mean, for me, I mean, that was my dream. I mean, to own some land. I mean, in the motherland, right?
Yes.
That's the beginning of civilization. So hey, like, right? That's what it is. So for me, that was very important. And yeah, I mean, I can't be around. I can't get old. I mean, dealing with these pilgrims and all kind of stuff. I can't, man. I can't.
Not the pilgrims.
So yeah, I can't deal with these people, whatever. So it's, what I mean, but it's a beautiful thing. And one thing I want to mention, and I mean, and I talk about this a few times already. When people talk about Africa, because I see a lot of people online, they're like, yeah, what I mean, the Africans don't like us, whatever. That's a bunch of BS. And let me tell you reason why, right, they act like that. Right? There's enough people from this diaspora, when they go over there, they go over there with this kind of attitude, like they're better than the people there. Once you start acting like that, they will treat you as such. So that's people experience. They're like, yeah, man, they want to talk to me. When I go there, what I mean, I just be like, yo, hey, I mean, my brothers and sisters, and I humble myself. I what I mean, I go into the community and I'm one of them. I'm like, yo, sure, yeah, there's a couple of them, they think, I mean, well, they know, I mean, you're a foreigner or whatever, but once you put on your feet and you staple yourself and say, listen, man, yeah, I mean, I might be a foreigner, but hey, I mean, you my brothers and sisters. And I mean, enough for them that will they will come around and they'll be like, yeah, man, I mean, they understand, but leave your attitude and your certain behavior at home. And my experience from West Africa to North Africa to East Africa, never had that problem. Of course, I mean, everywhere you go, there's coons and there's bootlicks or whatever. Of course, I mean, there's some here in Canada, there's some in Europe, whatever. There's in America, whatever. We know, but once you go there, you have to humble yourself, and I mean, and they will treat you as such. Don't go there and look down at them and feel, oh yeah, I mean, I'm from America, I mean, I'm from here, whatever, and I mean, and I'm better because I mean, you see the kind of home they're living in or the job they're doing, whatever, and that's where people they just do that when they go to Africa, and then after they're like, yeah, man, yo, that's my experience, yo. They don't like kind of stuff, yeah, but you never check your attitude, okay? You never check your attitude. I mean. And I see somebody who leave a comment and say, I mean, that's BS or whatever. And we say, where is your business relationship with Africa, whatever? What do you mean, what's my business relationship? I don't understand. But
I guess they're saying that's not BS. I'm sorry. Where is our business relationship? Like, us over here, where is our business relationship with the African people?
Or business relationship. Well, you see, well, you have to remember too, like, what I mean, and I remember I saw this on some podcast years ago, where somebody was saying when certain Africans was migrating here, the government just kind of, they tell them, hey, and I mean, stay away from these Black Americans because there's this, whatever. Some of them, they just come and they just do that. Yes, I mean, I experienced that like in New York and all kind of stuff. But you got to remember, we can't just label one or two people and say everyone is like that, because my experience of being in Africa, they love our people over here, right? They love our people. Like, yo, I mean, when you come in again or whatever, they love our people. And I mean, and they understand. And I mean, and you have to remember, some of them, they don't understand the certain things that we experience over here. So they looking at white people. And nothing that when I was, I mean, when I was, I mean, in Zanzibar or whatever, I was telling them, I say, hey, listen, you don't know white people like I know white people. Trust me, I live around them. I know them very well. So sometimes, yeah, they come with a smile and a grin, whatever, but that's not who they are. I know them. Trust me, right? That is just a facade they put up, whatever, because they have to be on their good behavior when they come here. Okay, but I know them. So we have to have that relationship, and we have to understand and share certain things to know we are fighting one enemy. They look at us all the same, and yes, there's coons on every continent, right? But I mean, when you look at the coons and stuff in America, you can't say, okay, I mean, well, all Black Americans like that, because I know better. So we can't just label and look at the people like the court, the high court judge, whatever, in him, Clarence Thomas, whatever. We can't look at Negroes like that and say, okay, I mean, he represents the whole of Black America. We can't, because I mean, that be, I mean, that's disingenuous. So we can't do the same thing just because you have a few African Negroes or coons, whatever. You can't say all of them. I mean, they think like that, whatever, or that's how they look at us. My experience: humble yourself, and you will see how they will receive you. Right? That's my experience. And everywhere I go, wherever we're part of Africa, that's my experience.
Well, thank you for sharing your experience, because, you know, I'm always open to learn about other cultures, other countries, other nations. I think it's so important that we get our passports and do travel and leave out of this country so we can see things for ourselves, get our own experiences, because people can have a different experience, but that might not be somebody else's experience. So I think that's so important. And I am just still so happy and excited for you.
Because remember, I was telling you, remember we had the conversation? I think we were talking about Queen Elizabeth and no, yes, we were talking about Queen Elizabeth, but we were also talking about what's his name? The one the Prince what's his
Charles?
name? Prince Charles and his mom. What was her name? I forget.
Princess Diana.
Princess Diana. And when they had the big parade over there, when his brother married what was the name? I keep forgetting her name.
Oh, that melanated, she supposedly, what's her name? Start with an M.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Mary
So
Margaret or something like that.
yes.
Yeah.
So remember me telling you, I said, you know what? I saw all these Black people, but they were speaking like they were from Africa. And remember you were telling me about that, you know, they all were in the same um country. They were all together. they migrated together, and that's how they became. Remember, we was having a discussion, and I said, "Wow, I didn't know that. I thought that only, people of light skin was from there. That they were only just white people there." And he was like, "No, that's part of Africa."
Hmm.
Remember, we were talking about that.
Um,
It was a couple of years back.
yeah. I mean, we come in a variety of shades and complexions, but
What part of Africa? Like what part? Because you got to remember when you
was it the northern part, like Morocco or somewhere like that, or Egypt?
Uh, it had something to do with the Moors. I remember we were talking about that.
Mm.
okay.
What were you saying? BRN TV.
What I was saying about what? Oh
Your
no, I just wanted to know what part of Africa like she was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? Meghan Markle.
Mm-hmm. Meghan Markle, she ended up marrying.
Was it Harry or Charles?
She married Harry. I think Harry.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
She must, a lot of those light complected Africans are from like the upper part of Africa too. They're from like the northern part because that's pretty much where Egypt is and Morocco, but that's like the beginning part of Europe.
So is England totally? I
And
guess what I'm trying. Right.
in Europe, yeah.
Right.
Well, no, let me make that correction. I think a lot of people. So when you look at North Africa, we're looking at obviously those are I mean those are Arabs, whatever. I mean those are invaders.
Wait a
Right?
minute.
A lot of people don't know this. A
Say
lot
that
of people.
who are the invaders again?
These are the Arabs. I mean, these are the light-skinned Arabs. Some of them they mix with the Ashkenazi Jews, whatever. So
Uh-huh.
enough for them is right. That's not Africa. Those are not the original people from there. And let me tell you something.
Okay.
One of the oldest ethnic group in South Africa, which is the Khoisan people, they are rated to be, the oldest people like in the world. When they were there before the Zulus. I mean, and the Zulus, their phenotype is tall, black, whatever. The Zulus came there and met the Khoisan people, right? They're very short people. The light like me. They have freckles and they have their eyes like this.
Mm-hmm.
Those is where the original Asian people. That's where they came from. These people are the oldest people on the planet, and they're lighter than me. And also, there is a group of, I think, the Ga people in Ghana, which is light too, with freckles and curly hair or whatever. So a lot of people just think, because gotta remember, we are the mother and father of civilization. So when you look at the complexion on the continent, whatever, we varies from light brown, like to blue, black to Wesley Snipes. So, but the perception is, when people or when we were being taught about Africa, African, and you only look like this phenotype, which is completely wrong, right? Because the phenotype you think that is, the original Africans, whatever, there's people who, the Khoisan people predates them, and they're not black. So we have to remember that. Go study the Khoisan people, man. They're very, very interesting, right? They was the first. Huh?
I'm sorry. He's just like an encyclopedia, Miss Melanie Chicks.
I know, right?
But
Yeah,
okay, so can I ask you this question? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but
sure. No, man. Come on,
like
man.
Morocco and like Egypt, they get very light complected. Is because see, my perception, like based on the little bit of stuff that I read, is like that's where Europe meets Africa. They were intermingling with one another. So it's my understanding this is how this could have happened. I know like there are Arabic people there. Arabic people don't really like us either, but they can be kind of disrespectful. But that was just my understanding of it. Like this is why they are so light complected is because they met up with those Europeans right there.
Yes, and you have to remember they ain't kind of disrespected. Disrespected to all people. They are. You know what I mean? The great Dr. John Henry Clark say, long time ago, close to 40 years now, he said we have no friends, and that's everybody. My I support Black people. I don't care about no one else, and that's how we have to be. You know what I mean? These people and them, they practice that every single day. You know what I mean? And that's why this whole division of like this and you are this and you're American and you this and you, they just, that's nonsense. That is when we think like that. Okay, I mean, that's when we get conquered because we too busy. We in fighting whatever. But the people of ancient Kemet, which is Egypt, whatever. And I know people has have this discussion all the time, whatever, right? Because Kemet, Kemet, Kem, it stands for land of the black or land of the black soil. So the people of there before the invasions of the Greeks and the Romans and the Arabs, whatever, that came after, whatever, right? The people, yes, of course. I mean, just like America, I mean, just like when you see Black people, yeah, we wasn't all one color. Of course, when you look at ancient Kemet, yeah, we had a multitude of spectrum of different colors, but they know that they were Black. When you look at the painting on the walls, whatever, and they had color spectrum of white, black, brown, red, right? They specifically, they color the skin, and I mean, according to what the people look like. So we can't be fooled. So when I hear these racist Arabs from Egypt talking about, you're looking at pictures on a wall and you're seeing people like Tahaka and all kind of stuff with big nose and broad lips, whatever. And I mean, and he's telling you, oh yeah, they wasn't Black. Like, but it's very interesting. I mean, because they won't say that they're white, but okay, but they will tell you, oh yeah, they wasn't Black. So what were they then? Like when you look at the phenotype of these people, drew themselves on the wall and statues, all kind of stuff. That if you have to describe a people today, yes, maybe they didn't call themselves Black, but we have to remember when you look at the phenotype, tell me what people look like. What is the people who resemble those people? Okay, and I mean in the statues and stuff like that, they look like us, broad nose, big lips, whatever. They had locks in the hair. All right, so you have to understand, right? That's who, right, we was, and of course, yeah, we had a spectrum of different skin colors, whatever. We always did. So I mean, right? So that's an argument. But the people who is there right now, they are foreigners and they are invaders, right? Let's get it straight.
So I pulled up this map allegedly of Africa, right? Can you see the chicks? This is so people can better understand when we talk about Morocco. You see how it's up here right there. Okay, so this is like a globe. Now I'm going to show you all of this right here is Europe. You see all of this? This is
Mm-hmm.
so this actually borders Africa. You can go from here, and this is why they had the invasion of the Europeans because they were right next door to each other. You see this? So
Mm-hmm.
Morocco. I don't see Egypt though. Where's Egypt?
It's right here,
Where is it? I don't see it.
next to Libya.
Next to Libya. Oh, right
Yeah,
here.
of course. Yeah. That's
Why
Egypt
didn't
right
they
there.
label this? They didn't even label.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So
Yeah.
this right here is Egypt. When he mentions Kemet, he's this interchangeable. That's what he's talking about. It used to be called Kemet. People call it Egypt now. So you see, this right here borders the Arab nations. So Saudi Arabia, Iraq,
Yep.
Kuwait, Yemen, all of that is right.
Okay.
These people are very racist, okay? Not all, but a lot of them are. When you get further in here, see Pakistan, all of this is like it used to be the Soviet Union. You're getting into like Russia and all of that territory. But all of this right here is Europe. Then when you go over here, you see where it says Taiwan, South Korea, that's Asia. But this just gives you a broader idea of what Africa looks like. Look at how massive Africa is. It's actually and from what I understand, is bigger than what they actually depict on the map and on the
Yeah, of
globe.
course. Yeah. Much bigger. Yeah. I think you could fit Russia, America,
Mhm.
all of Europe and all kind of stuff in Africa. You know what I mean? And still have room.
They said that Africa is 3 times the size of the United States by itself. So you said you went to you said Tanzania, correct?
Yeah. And Zanzibar.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Tanzania's here, and then you said Zanzibar.
Yeah, Zanzibar is a small. You have to zoom in. It's a small. It's interesting because I mean, like it looks really small on the map, but the island
It's on an island.
is
Okay.
it's
Oh,
huge.
okay.
It's huge. Yeah, you have to zoom in to
Okay.
see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Tanzania's here. Zanzibar is right next to it, right here. Do you see this?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's where it is.
So
Beautiful.
that's where you bought
Beautiful.
your
Yeah.
land from right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I have land. Oh, it's so beautiful there. It's so beautiful, and the weather. I mean, I can't explain it because I
Mhm.
think I tell people it's hot,
Mhm.
but it's not humid.
Hmm.
It's breezy because they're surrounded by the Indian Ocean, like obviously.
Mhm.
So it's a constant. It's a nice breeze, and the air is just clean. It's so different.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's so different. Yeah.
Oh, and it's near the equator. Look at that. You
Yeah,
see?
like I say, like it's hot, but it's not humid. Like
Mhm.
it's a different set of hot because I know sometimes when we are not surrounded by oceans, whatever, we by lakes. So when you look here, like in Canada or whatever, when it get hot in the summer, like it get like muggy and very very sticky, whatever, and it's
Mhm.
hot. But there it's hot, but it's not humid. You know what I mean? It's breezy. You know what I mean? Especially like in the nighttime when the sun go down, it's
Mhm.
beautiful. You know what I mean? The weather is just beautiful.
Because you're in Toronto, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so Toronto, let me see, because I want to show Miss Melanated Chicks. So he's in Canada right now. So that's Ontario. I think Toronto is, I don't see. Oh, it's right here. It's right here.
That's where I'm at.
That
Yeah, Toronto.
so it gets cold up there because it's right beside New York. You see that,
Yeah.
Miss Melanated Chicks? She's not saying anything. You said everyone has their own
Oh,
land.
I had my mic off.
Oh,
I
you
was
had
just listening.
okay. Yeah, so I was just trying to show you the proximity on the map so you can understand, where these places are located. But yeah, so all the way over here, this massive land is Africa.
And there's so much potential over there. So much. I mean, when I say, and hey, oh gosh, I mean, I forgot his name. The richest man
Mhm.
in Africa, he's a Nigerian.
Um,
he just built, right? He just built a oil refinery, and before it goes on the stock market in Africa, because he not opening it up to anybody else. He say, once you in Africa, so he letting the people invest because he want to actually put back the money into the land of Africa. And he say, hey, once you come here, you can get a piece of it, but we're not going to open it up because we know how the colonizer think. I mean, we know how the Western those criminals actually think. So yeah, and that's very interesting because we all know right now that based on the closing of the Strait of Hormuz. Well, I won't say the closing, but they're not allowing, American ships to go in and go out. So enough Americans or the American government, they are buying oil right now from Nigeria because they can't get enough oil. So that could tell you how strategic this is. And that's why I tell you, this is a global thing.
Yeah.
So how close is Great Britain to Africa?
So if you look on this map, and here's Burkina Faso. This is where I want to visit right here. I really want to go there because I love what that leader is doing in that country. Oh my gosh.
Captain Ibrahim Traoré.
Yes.
Know his name.
Ibrahim, he is so powerful.
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
Yeah, yo. And he speak with like conviction. He speak, and he just love his people, man. He love his people.
Okay, so you said you're looking for Great Britain.
Great Britain.
It's going to be right in here where Europe is. Spain. Let me zoom in a little bit more. United Kingdom. England.
There's nothing great about Britain. All those people is criminals. You have to remember all the gold and wealth and all kind of stuff. Just remember where they get it from. Europe was a slum hole, a shithole country. Do the history of the two dark ages they had, whatever, right? They are nothing without Africa. And the people of Africa, they're waking up and they're realizing their worth.
Because see, I know that they were saying something about how somewhere in Africa, and I don't know who was in charge or who was the, I guess, so-called leader or president or whomever, whatever you want to call him, was very, very close with the Queen. So
that's why you want to know where Great. It's a Great Britain up here near like United Kingdom or something like that. Let me look it up. This is a shame.
That they had a really close relationship.
This tells you how bad Americans are with geography. It's horrible. All right, the largest island in the British Isles, comprising the three distinct nations of England, Scotland, and Wales. I thought so. Yeah, United. Wait,
Great Britain. That's part of United Kingdom.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So up in here, Miss Melanie Chicks. That's why I was zooming.
Yeah, that's part of United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Divided kingdom, I should say.
See right here, it says England, United Kingdom. Mm-hmm.
And so if
And
England is there,
mm-hmm.
scroll down, let's see how close it is to
Oh,
Africa.
Africa is so you got to go all the way down through here, through Europe to get to Africa's right from here to
Okay.
from here
Okay.
to yeah.
Okay.
So who you say who had a close relationship with someone with someone from
So when Princess Diana died, they did a special that came on television, and they were talking about how Prince Harriet and Prince Charles and their mother was had a close relationship with someone, the leader in Africa, and how they commingled together. You know, they were
Miss Melody Chicks. You say Africa. Which country in Africa?
Yeah, which
See,
country?
I don't know. That's the reason why I'm asking.
What I think you're talking about, I think she was with someone from Morocco.
Okay.
Yeah, she was dating someone from Morocco, whatever, and they didn't like that, whatever. But yeah, and I mean, and you have to remember too when we say Africa, you have to remember enough of these people from North Africa, they don't look at themselves as Africans,
African. Oh, okay.
even though they on the continent, because going back to what I'm saying, these are invaders. These are not the original people of the soil. So we have to very clarify that. So when you look at Algeria and whatever, the only Pan-African country who look at Africa as the same is Libya when Gaddafi was in power.
And you know
right? Because when you look at him and you look at what he did, he was all over Africa practicing, hey, you know, we need to come together. We need to come together. We need to do this, whatever. None of them in North Africa, they don't do that.
This is Gaddafi.
Look at his history or whatever. He was always talking about Africa. He was always talking about. Did you know that Gaddafi wanted to give the nation of Islam for Black people in America close to like $1 billion, and the American government stopped it?
Wanted to give it to the Nation of Islam?
Yeah. So they, because he had a good relationship with Farrakhan. And I mean, whatever you feel about Farrakhan, whatever, but he wanted to do that so Farrakhan could take the money so he could help Black Americans. Look it up. You know what I mean? And the American government say, hell no. Okay. This was a country with no
Wow.
And
okay, this was a country when if you have a family and you have a kid, whatever, you get $10,000. You know what I mean? You know, the education was free. You know what I mean? If you wanted to study something and it didn't have it in the country, they will pay for you wherever you want to go.
For your education.
So this is okay. The country had 0 deaths. So you have to remember, I mean, and they demonize this guy and say he was this or whatever. And look at Libya now. Look at Libya now, man. Yo, these criminals, man, these criminals. And he had that Pan-African. He was all over Africa saying, yo, we need together, yo. We need to do this, yo. We need to have our bank, whatever. Right? That was the only country, I think, at the time where the IMF and the World Bank didn't control Libya.
Yes. He was
So
going
all
to
these things we need to know. I mean, we you know, I mean, we need to know the history so we know where we at right now.
Right.
The scope where we at right now.
The only reason I know about Muammar Gaddafi is because back in 2016, my sister, I think she called or texted me, and she sent me this video and she told me to watch it. She said, "You need to know about this man." And I was like, "Who is that?" That's how I found out how instrumental he was in Libya in Africa, because I kept hearing his name on the news. Remember back in the day, we kept hearing about Gaddafi. Well, they villainized this guy like he was some type of mean and irate, just, evil person. He was not that. Hillary Clinton was behind having, they actually had this man assassinated. And it's really
Whoa. You talking about Hillary Clinton? Okay.
right. Yes, her. She had, and I spelled his name incorrectly, but she had him massacred basically. And he actually, like BRN was saying, had it where people could go to school for free. You could go to college, books were paid for, people owned homes. People
Homes. There was no homeless people. You understand? He paid for every single thing, and the money that he got from the oil, he put it back in the country. Just imagine that. This divided snakes of America, you demonizing a person who have zero death. Zero. So of course, and you gotta remember, this is white supremacy oldest trick. How do you justify killing someone? And this,
they demonized him.
You have to demonize them first, because if you talk great about them,
yes,
you know what I mean, then the whole world gonna say, yo, why are you doing that? But if you demonize them, people will say, oh yeah, he was a bad person.
Right. And even he could walk amongst the people with no security. That's how much the people loved him in the country. Now, none of our presidents can walk amongst the people.
Hey,
all of them are in motorcades, bodyguards, all types of assassination attempts on their lives.
Yeah. Hey, you want to know a fun fact?
Mm-hmm.
All his security was women.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
All
that
his
is
security
crazy information.
Yeah, but the people in Libya loved this guy. He
Yeah.
was highly revered.
Yeah. He was loved, like he was loved, and that's why we can't let people, right? Because you got to remember, we can't let these these infested, disease, demonic people demonize his name. We have to realize, go and do the history for yourself and look at Libya, right, when he was in power. And it just show you how psychotic these people is. You will see someone who is doing good for the people. I mean, and instead of you take that blueprint and do the same thing, you will go and destroy that. And not only that, you destroy a generation of babies and children who is coming up. That's who you destroy. So when these barbaric, uncivilized pilgrims from the caves of Europe do that, to African leaders, or even leaders like in here, in the diaspora, you have to understand, you are killing, you are destroying, a generation to come, right? And that's what you're destroying to the babies, because you're not giving people a try. And this is one thing, I always want to talk about too, is like, when we ever get a break from these people that's attacking us, since we came off the plantation, are constant is redlining, is lynching, is demonizing, is this whatever, is Jim Crow, is everything. We never had a moment as Black people where we could just do our thing and just and I mean, and let's prosper collectively, you know what I mean, as a people.
They won't allow.
Collectively, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about one of us here and one of us here, you know what I mean, or entertainers, whatever. I mean, I'm talking about all of us,
Right.
the
collective.
The collective to move the needle. You know what I'm trying to say? Constant. So when this Asian guy talk about, oh yeah, we I mean, work and I don't go get a loan or whatever cases, you have to understand, every step we try to take, rather if you are trying to move with a leader or whatever, that shit was destroyed.
Yes.
Right?
And
These people who come to this country and say, oh yeah, you niggers need to pull up your bootstrap, whatever. They will never destroy whatever. Their communities will never bomb and redline all kind of stuff.
Right.
So, right. So that's why we need to, you know what I mean, to shut back at these people when they're saying stuff like that, because they're only saying it from a white supremacist mindset.
They are. And I also want to show Ibrahim, Miss Melanated Chicks. Do you see this guy on the screen right here?
She dropped off the panel.
She's off.
Yeah, I don't see her.
Yeah, she must have dropped off. But yeah, this is another really great leader. And he's very young. I think he's in his 30s. But yeah, he's leading over there in Africa.
He's building hospitals, he's building school. You see the highway he's building. Oh my gosh, man. And that's the fact that they are trying to, assassinate this guy. You know what I mean? It just show you, the mindset of these people, man. They're just wicked, man. They're just wicked.
How many attempts? I'm gonna look up how many attempts have been.
It's close to, I say, over 20 assassination plus.
No, you're right. They said over 18 to over 22 reported assassinations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. For them to do that, this is a powerful man.
But the difference is, though, the loyalty that and this is a new day too as well. This is a new day, and it's not from before, whatever. And the people around him, they understand, and they see the vision. And do you know that every night, different different community, they come and they sleep right outside where he is, and they're ringing, they're watching everything that going on. And anything that looks suspicious, whatever, they call in, and they're making a sudden noise to alarm the people. They're actually sleeping. They take shifts and stuff like that, and they're sleeping in close to where his palace is.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Just to make sure he's okay, whatever. Yeah, man. The people in them really, really love him. And rightfully so. So, whatever. He's not in Europe. Shaking hands and kissing up to all these criminals, whatever. He's not wearing Gucci or Louis Vuitton, whatever. He's in his military gear, and he's using all the money. Check this out. When he came in, he cut all the salary because the previous so-called leader wasn't there, and he had all these people in his cabinet paying all kind of money. He cut all their salaries, and he said, listen, pay me. He said, I'm going to pay myself as a captain, not as a president. So he's setting the example. So he's not living and buying all kind of stuff, because the previous leader, which is What is oh God, what's his name? Actually, he was the last person who tried to plot to actually take him out. When so he was in power for like a year, and he had cars and this and jewelry, whatever. He had he had all this women who he bought cars and all kind of stuff for. And you know what I mean, he wasn't doing the work for the people.
Was
So
it
when he came in, he's
Blaze?
like, hey, listen, pay
Blaze?
me as a captain, and that's it. I don't want to be paid whatever. So he set it the example. He said, I mean, if you guys gonna get, and I mean, I can't pay whatever, I'm going to get paid, I mean, as a captain, right? And that shows you who this man is.
Is this the former leader right here?
One
of these people?
Yeah, well, Blaise Compaoré, I think his name, whatever, yeah. He actually killed Thomas Sankara, which is, you know, the brother to the left.
Yeah.
There. And he betrayed him for France, and he was in power, but he get overthrown by Paul something is his name. I mean, I forget his last name, but yeah, but the older gentleman, oh yeah, he was in power since 1987. And the younger guy, this other guy, he threw over. He overthrew the government. I mean, and he was just there for a year, and then Ibrahim Traore came and said, "Nah, we're not gonna send this country back to this colonial state." So yeah, so he kicked him out, right? And it's funny because the last attempt on his life, the brother there, the one there below, Paul something is his name. I mean, I forget his last name. With the beret, whatever. He is the one who tried to take him out, and he fled to Togo, right? And the Togo government actually gave him up. So now, yeah, he's in prison right now in Burkina Faso.
Oh my goodness! So he tried to take out Ibrahim.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and he was being funded by France and foreign entity like to take him out.
Oh my gosh, terrible, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what's up. But yeah, man, the loyalty for Ibrahim, you know, for Captain Ibrahim Traore is yeah, those people love him, man. So it's a new day. So they know what time it is, and they're not gonna let that happen, because they say he is a reincarnation of, you know, the great Sankara. So because yeah, man, Sankara did love his people too. Yeah, he was just like that, and they take him out. He paid this puppet leader. France paid this puppet man, and yeah, I mean, he took him out, and so they don't want history to repeat itself. So yeah.
Interesting. This went down a whole different avenue. Because I was gonna talk about one other thing before I get off here. But yeah, I'm glad you came up and shared your information with everybody. It's always such a pleasure. Always such a pleasure.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. And like I say, we can't keep thinking we're grown, okay, and we're getting older.
Yeah.
And we have to broaden our scope, and we have to be intellectually mature, you know, in the way we're thinking. And yes, you know, there's Black people over here don't like us. Yes, we know that, okay, and we're still here. And of course, wherever you go, you know, you're gonna find the coons and the sellout, whatever. But you know, but the majority of people, they're going to be rocking with you, and those are the ones we need to rock with. You know what I mean? You know, I don't care where you from. Once you have a mindset and you understand we are fighting one common enemy,
Yes.
okay, we could work together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's why, I mean, I'm a Pan-African, because I don't look at just, I mean, in my neighborhood or whatever. I love Black people everywhere. Once we on the mindset to say, yo, you know what I mean, we need to come together under one commonality. So that's what it is.
Yes, my sentiments as well. I'm also going to share this one last video. My sister sent me this earlier this week, and it's talking about the smart cities. Smart cities, y'all. It's just, they never stop.
To 15-minute cities, AI. And what's happening is these mega corporations, these billionaires, they want everybody to be in these highly condensed, populated areas to be tracked, to be assimilated into AI.
And you can also shut them down at any time. If you think about it, it's so condensed, you can block people in there easily.
Why did they pass a federal law to where all new cars by 2027 has an AI system to shut down your entire car if you're inebriated or if you feel like you're too tired? They have the judgment call.
Interesting, because when I was in Dallas, there's a new rideshare company called Alto. And when you book Alto, it looks like an electric car, but it has a driver though. And they said, we want to bring back human-to-human interaction. And they make it a point to drive past the Tesla graveyard. That's right down in downtown Texas. And people are just turning in their Teslas, getting out of it because battery goes out, 20 grand to fix it, and there's no warranty for the battery. And then the cameras are rolling nonstop in those Teslas, and you don't own the footage.
Really? Damn.
Do you know what movie is based on an all-in-one dystopian city, the Lorax?
I haven't seen that. Shit. What was in the Lorax? What was going on?
So basically, it was about dystopian future, and they had bottled air that the mayor was selling to all the people. And it was a 15-minute city.
So
everything, all amenities, shopping, entertainment.
The walled city of Feedville, where everything is artificial and even the air is a commodity. Damn.
There you go. Yo.
Wow.
So get this. So that 15-minute city that we went to in Austin, it was owned by none other than BlackRock and Vanguard. So they owned that. There's a patent on smart dust nanotechnology that was filed in 2022.
This gets sickening, y'all.
Who owns it? Wells Fargo. Why do they own it? They're using this nanotechnology, and basically this smart dust, the public can inhale it and it tracks your biometric data, and it can be used to purchase things or track your purchase history.
So this will be in like the bank lobby
or even ATMs. So you breathe in the smart dust as soon as you pull up, and then it has the tech
And
in your body.
what do you think that smart dust is working with?
Oh, 5G.
Not only 5G, but the shot.
Well, yeah, it's all tied.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
all
that
tied together.
The jab was tied to 5G,
Right.
because that's why people were getting sick, allegedly.
I was watching something that talked about every pandemic that's ever really been, literally from like the 1920s, 1930s. 1G eventually came out. Then the next, step up.
Yeah, 2,
then
3,
2G,
4.
3, 4, 5. Like they all had pandemics.
Right.
All of them. Every single one.
Something interesting to talk about, because they never stop with their antics. They're just evil.
Yeah, and for people to have all this kind of money, you figure, and going back to what I'm saying, it shows you how destructive these people are.
Yes.
With all this access to wealth and technology.
Yes.
But this is what you're doing to the world, and that's why we are different. We are different. We are not the same. These people are psychotic.
Yes.
I think that people, our people get fooled because we look at them in a suit and tie and dress, and the politicians, the this whatever. You have to remember their mindset of how destructive they are. Since they've been on the planet, they are with war, with the environment, with animals, with us, whatever. Everything is some kind of destructive way
Yes.
control and to destroy certain things. I mean, you spending money on that. I mean, there's people who is hungry or whatever. What about they'll always have these panels and they go to the G7 and talking about, oh yeah, I mean, talking about we want to help these countries and humanity do whatever, and they say that so you could hear it, but when all the cameras is off, whatever, look at what they do in practice.
Mhm.
Right? That's how you know. Don't show me what you're talking about, or you want to tell me what you're saying. Show me with your actions,
Mhm.
so we could see for ourselves, whatever. And that's the reason why, like I say, I want to be out of here, because when I go to my supermarket, yeah, when I came out from Zanzibar, I'm shaking my head. I'm like, yo, man, like, I mean, I'm back to the BS again, man. I mean, I'm back to all these labels with
Yeah.
4, starting with 4 is this, and 5 is this, and 9 is this, whatever. We label. You remember when we didn't hear about the word organic, right?
Mhm.
Because everything was organic. So you
Right.
didn't have to say it, right? Now, in order for you to get real food, you got to pay more. I mean, even sometimes when they look at the real food, because, I had some figs or some bananas, whatever, and the bananas never like huge or what kind of stuff.
Mhm.
It's like, I know I can't explain it, man. It's sweeter. It tastes different. It tastes completely different.
Yeah.
Completely. You know what I mean? You have to go there and pick it from the tree, and you know what I
Right.
mean, and experience it from yourself. We
Yeah.
have no idea what these people is doing. You know what I mean? And one more thing, I mean, I want to say this. One of the things I'm actually doing right now, I'm scouting. Well, there was a guy um where I was staying close to whatever, and I mean, he had a bunch of trees and all kind of stuff, and he said, when you're ready, let me know how much trees you want. So I give him a list, whatever, and I mean, because I mean, I want to situate my house and all kind of stuff in the way I want it, right? And then I want to plant this stuff. And you say, yeah, man, I'll plant all your coconut tree, your papaya tree, whatever. I'm planting everything. So when I walk out in my house, whatever, I
Mhm.
just want to see this, whatever. I mean, I just want to pick my mangoes and do this and my coconut, whatever. That's life for me.
Yes.
That is what right? That's where your happiness, I mean, it should
Right.
be, whatever.
That is right.
And one of the most revolutionary thing that anybody could do, because people are talking about revolution and this,
Mhm.
and I mean, and go pick up arms, whatever. If you have to depend on someone else to feed you,
Yeah.
you are in trouble.
True.
One of the most revolutionary thing you could do for yourself or your family is control your food source and know that if anything happened, okay, you're not in panic. I'm like, yo, I got my greens here, I got my tomato here, I got my pepper here, I got my tomatoes here, I got my fruits here, you could eat and survive, and what you getting is real,
Mhm.
right, from yourself. So that's the most revolutionary thing that anybody could do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, I just hope that you post some of these experiences on your channel so people can get to see. Because that'll be
Yeah, I haven't, man. I made so much videos, and sometimes, I mean, I have to maybe like not even post them, because some of the stuff I wanted to talk about, it was way back, whatever. But I just even had the time, because doing so much stuff, whatever, and I'm like, man, social media going to be there, and I mean, I'm gonna be back on whatever. But yeah, just been so busy doing so
Yeah.
many different things, whatever. So
I can
you know,
imagine. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, when I'm not trying, I mean, like I'm doing. So yeah, I don't like to use our word trying. I mean, I'm doing.
Right. You are. And that is so like liberating. It's exhilarating. It's empowering, motivating to others, there's another guy that I watch his channel. He moved out of the country and he said the same thing about the food tasting differently, being able to go and pluck and pick your own things from the trees, and just moving away from this country altogether. Just he moved his entire family out of the country, and he's where he is, and he posts about it on his channel a lot, and he talks about stuff. So a lot more melanated people are leaving the country. They are definitely going somewhere else. They're getting away from it all because
Yeah. So it's just when you really look at the scope of things, and you kind of you access what you've been seeing the last from 15, 20 years ago or whatever, and you look at now, because we're supposed to be so advanced and getting better, but when you look at the quality of life, your food should be number one. How we could have a phone where we could talk to someone, and on a different continent, but our food is fake. That shit doesn't make any sense, and people are not fighting back, right? Because if I come to you and I say, hey, I have a Gucci purse I want to sell you, and you're like, what? Yeah, yo, it's for it's a good price. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna give you it for, right, and then then I sell it to you. And you come back and it say Lucci or something like that. You'll be upset at me because it's fake. But how come when you go to the grocery store and you see all this fake food, how come you don't have that same energy?
Yes,
of stuff that is fake that you digesting.
Right.
How do we get in this mindset?
Mentally deranged.
It's okay. We're gonna fight over someone who sell us some fake glasses or shoes or whatever, but we're not gonna fight back this government, right? Knowing that all this shit, whatever. And I know some people, they put all the fake shit in the poor communities because they know people can't buy like real stuff, and this the genetic seeds now, they want to control whatever. So once you plant something, that should only grow once. How wicked these people are.
Very deranged.
All right, just imagine that. Like you using all your intelligence and your brain, whatever, to come up with a seed that once you plant something, that should only grow one. Like that's wickedness, man. So for me, I say, man, I see how this place is getting, and I'm like, no, I can't grow older here. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll be back, but yeah, I want to go where I could, have some peace and,
That's right.
be around people who look like me. God damn.
Right. I don't blame you. I am trying to encourage everybody to get their passports because that is in my future as well. It's just traveling to different parts of the world and experiencing different things, and maybe being what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot. I can't think of it because I'm probably tired now. But just having, dual citizenship. I think that's what.
Of course, yeah, because you never know what could happen, and this is one advice I'll give you. And always tell people, because so much stuff I wanted to do, which I have done, and you have certain friends or people like, yeah, man, yeah, we're gonna do it, and when the time comes, oh man, well, something come up and I gotta work earn money. You just had to do it. The BS gonna be here.
Yeah.
Trust me, the BS ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Life is short. You never know what could happen. You
This
never know. Just do it. You know what I mean? If you got to go by yourself, whatever, just go, whatever. And one thing I have to say about Zanzibar, man, I'm walking like 2 in the morning. It's like one of the safest place. That's why I love it too. I was there and everybody is just cool.
Mm-hmm.
Zero, like, they don't do crime over there, yo. The police officers, yo, don't even have guns, yo. They have nightsticks or whatever. I'm telling you. But that's what they used to. They don't have crime and all kind of stuff. But the moment that you have people who come into your country, those invaders, whatever,
yeah,
they bring this kind of disease. I'm
yes,
telling you.
yeah.
Wherever they go, that's what they do.
They have infested and infected.
Right? They infested whatever. Yeah, man. Yo,
Right.
people. So yo, I'm walking. I'm like, yo, the police officer. Yeah, certain parts of whatever. There's levels of officers there. I mean, when I was in Tanzania, yeah, some of them have guns or whatever. But when I was in Zanzibar, no, they have guns, yo. They're just there, and they stop taxis and all kind of stuff to make sure people did not crowd in the taxis and all kind of stuff. And I'm like, yo, where's the gun? And they're like, no, they ain't got a gun. I'm like, what, yo? They ain't got no gun, yo, because we so used to that, and so that shocks you. You know what I mean? When you go somewhere and be like, yo, what are you talking about? Yo, he's a police officer with no gun, right? We're not used to that. So when you see something like that, it's just kind of, I mean, it seemed kind of weird to you, right? But it's not to them, right? Because they don't need it, because they're not dealing with the BS. We're dealing with over here. I mean, nobody ain't profiling you, nobody ain't pulling your car because you're black, whatever, and all this kind of shit too. That when you see, I mean, a lot of people from this diaspora moving, whatever, especially Black Americans. I understand why. Understand why they're not profiling you, but but from the beginning, like I say, one thing I say: once you humble yourself and you don't come like you better than them, you'll be surprised. They will treat you like that, and you have to claim, say, yo, no, you're my brother, you're my sister, whatever, and they will accept you and be so nice to you. Leave your attitude. I mean, leave it at the airport, right? I mean, pick it back up when you go back, because I know you have to deal with all the BS that comes here, but leave that at the airport, because those people in them, they're not trying to attack you. They're not. They're just trying to make a living. Sure, yeah. I mean, some of them, yeah, they hustle for money, whatever. Which is you go anywhere. I mean, that's how it is. But they're not trying to harm you or do harm to you or do this, whatever. They're cool. And so, from my experience, traveling, to different part of Africa, they always so cool and so nice to me, man, because I humble myself. I'm like, yeah, man, yo, I'm back home to my to my African roots, and this is my soul, whatever. I mean, that's how I talk to them. I mean, and they're like, yeah, my brother, hey, yeah, welcome home, whatever. That's how they treat you. But if you wanna go and be like, yo, I think I'm better than them, and I'm this, and I don't want to deal with them, whatever, they're gonna treat you like that. You understand what I'm?
Yeah.
Right.
You get the energy.
That's my advice.
Read what
anybody who want to travel, Black people, I mean, want to travel, and I mean, to Africa or whatever. No, not for them lovers, man. You be surprised. I mean, when I was in Ghana, man, yo, they love Black people over here. I'm telling you what they're saying. I mean, I'm not telling you with somebody told me. I'm telling you what they tell me. Right? Because that was my attitude towards them. I showed them love and I was happy and like, yo, my brother, my sister. And I mean, and they show me the same love. So you go with any kind of attitude, whatever, yeah, they're gonna treat you like that. They're gonna treat you like a foreigner. You understand what I mean?
Right. So, I get what you're saying. We live in a police state over here.
Whew.
And we are very much mentally like we're almost mentally insane when you really think about how we live on a daily basis.
It's true. Well, hey, man, dealing with these white supremacists for 400 years, of course, yeah, we a little bit figuring crazy. You know what I mean? And we allowed to be like that. You know what I mean? You can't live around a group of people who are being constantly attacking you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And just be okay.
Right.
Right. So of course you have to have some kind of mental thing what's wrong with you, know what I mean? Which is good because like I mean, that kind of keep you kind of edgy. Yeah, you have to be. Right. I mean, you can't be all grinning with these people like, hey, white people, hey. You know, you can't be doing that, yo. You have to be edgy. Because yeah, they've been edgy with you since they kidnap your ass, whatever. You know what I mean? Or since slavery. Like shit.
Right. Man. Yeah, I gotta get over there. I know my day is coming. I just
Just go, just make it happen. Because once we put it off, like, yeah, I'll go, whatever, you'll never do it. You just have to make it happen.
no,
Just go get your passport and
it
just
no, I got
make it
my
happen.
I got my passport. I've had my passport for a while. I
Okay.
just need to, be able to go. I just need to get to it and do it. And that's something that I really want to do, and it's going to
Go
happen.
to Ghana. You gotta go to
Go to Ghana?
Ghana. Yeah, and you gotta go, to the slave dungeons, whatever, because not for America, like when they had real quick, when they had the return in 2019, whatever,
Mhm.
like thousands and thousands Black Americans, they went there for the 400 because from 1619 to 2019, you know what I mean? So a lot of people they repatriate back and they went and see Ghana, and you got to go to the slave dungeon in Cape Coast. You have to go there because yeah, man, that's a lot of history. So that's my advice to you, whatever. And like I say, the people over there is just beautiful, man.
Also,
Beautiful.
we were talking about going to see, Ashra Kwesi, right? Does the tours every, I think, July and August. So Melanated Chicks and I, we had planned to go this July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that?
Where because I know he go to Ancient Kemet, right?
Yeah.
That's where he go all the time.
Mhm.
How much is it? Because I know a lot of people do those tours.
I think it's
It's
like 7,000 something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this other guy who's in the conscious community. His name is Jabari
I've heard
Osage.
I've heard of that
Yeah,
name.
yeah, and he, he also do a tour too as well.
Mhm.
Going there, whatever. But yeah,
I think it's for
um,
like 2 weeks.
yeah, yeah. I know about him, but I know once you go with someone like that, whatever, my thoughts is because they have so much knowledge, whatever, and that's your tour guide. So they tell you everything about the place and stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty good. Like a little bit expensive, but
Mhm.
and I mean, is whatever you want out of it, right? I mean, there's not people who want to go there for that experience because yeah, you could go there and see it for yourself. But if you have someone who have knowledge of that area,
Mhm.
like I mean, you're gonna learn a lot. So I mean, it's whatever you want out of it.
Yeah.
All
Definitely.
right. But I say for experience by yourself, whatever, with someone, whatever, yeah, man, go to West Africa because yeah, West Africa have a lot of ties to um and I mean you got a lot of people who was kidnapped, from West Africa, I mean, and brought into the Americas.
Hmm.
So there's a tie there, there's a bond there that is so significant. So
I want to go to Burkina Faso.
yeah. Actually, I definitely want to go there too, yo. I want to go and salute the captain.
Right.
Salute the captain.
I'm
Yeah, I mean,
telling you, man.
yeah, man, he is. And I mean, you got to remember too, he's part of AES. So, General, Chiani, from Niger, and General Assimi Gote from Mali. He's a serious brother too. So all three of them, they are like this, man. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to see three black men stand up to the West and say, no more of your BS, man. And that's why within the last within the last 4 months of this year, Niger was attacked, Burkina Faso was attacked, and Mali was attacked.
And those are where the three captains are.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's not a coincidence.
No, it's not.
So Burkina Faso was attacked by Paul. And I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, I really don't know his name, whatever. By that guy who was president for a year, and then Niger was attacked, and then Mali, which was in, I think, was the ending of April.
Okay.
It was one of the most brutal attack on an African country. They strategically target about 5 different areas. That was to take down the government. They end up killing a close general of the president. His name is Sayada Kamara or whatever. He was a close general to he was a finance minister general too. So they end up taking him out, and they actually target his house. I think they blow up his house with his family and all kind of stuff. They are sick. So basically what I'm saying, that attack was to actually bring down the government, but they failed. And it shows you the equipment and the technology. So right now, I think it was last week, the AES country put out a $13 million bounty on these terrorists.
Oh gosh.
$13 million dollars. I mean, on these terrorists, yeah. So they're not playing whatever. They're not playing at all. So yeah, and they are working with these terrorists are working with France, because some of the terrorists who attacked the AS countries, they was on France government-owned network doing interviews. They were doing interviews. So we know where they getting their support from. Wicked, man. These people are wicked. That's what I'm saying. We have no friend. And like I say, once Africa, I mean, I'll say this one thing, and you know what I mean? This scholar years ago said this. He said, once Africa is free, rest of black people will be free. Because you know how many times you have African countries are trying to help people over here, and we don't understand that. I mean, like I say, Gaddafi was going to give black Americans $1 billion.
They would never have us to have any type of financial.
So that's why what I'm saying, once Africa is free, they will help. There's so many African leaders who was trying to help black people like over here, because they understand they were going through the struggle too. You know what I mean? And that's why I can't understand this divide or whatever. And hating and all kind of stuff and back and forth. Of course, you're gonna have coons on both sides of the spectrum. But look at the big picture. I mean, you have a revolutionary leader who understands whatever he's trying to reach out. And once Africa is free and it's not in a stranglehold, of course, you can be like, yeah, or what? You want some of these resources? All right, then. Well, you better stop treating black Americans like this, and see how fast certain things will change. But if we don't have no power or control, we have no say.
That's true, because we don't have
Right?
any.
Think about that for a second. Once you have African countries controlling their shit, whatever, and they want oil or diamonds or gold, whatever, trust me, that violence will stop like that. Like that. Right? But when you don't control or run anything, of course we could be disrespected, we could be this, whatever, because
And everybody's loving it right now. Every nation is loving it right now because they're all benefiting off of the oppression of melanated people here in America.
It's sick to know that America, Argentina, and the Epstein files gang in Israel voted against if we should get reparations or something like that. You know what I mean? And all these other European countries, they didn't say anything, but America, okay, with 3 Ks, America, Israel, and Argentina, okay, this white supremacy figure country in South America, voted against a black people, or what did it say? If slavery was a crime. Guess what the American government say? Well, slavery wasn't a crime because back then slavery was legal.
They'll say anything to keep their lies going, but you know what?
Yo, that's crazy to
I
me.
just know there's a higher power that is watching all of this. And we have ancestors, we have spirits, we have angelic warriors that walk amongst us. And these people are so tyrannical in their thinking and supremacist in their mindset that they think they're going to get away with this. But I honestly believe that there's a higher power that is going to wreak havoc on these uncivilized beasts and everybody that assists with them. There's no way they're going to get away with this.
Yeah, the thing, real funny, real interesting that you say that. Look at all the stuff that these uncivilized pilgrims have done to us and the world. And when you look at the birth rate since 2000, they are dying more than they actually are making babies. We don't even have to do anything to them. We don't have to genocide them. We don't have to kill them. We have to murder them. They are just dying off because of their recessive traits. Think of how the universe works. We didn't even have to do anything to these people. Like, I mean, all we got to do is leave them alone. And all these black men who want to have all these interracial whatever, just leave them alone. Hey, because they are less than 7% of the population of the world. Less than 7%. So that's why I think they are so aggressive and angry and all kind of stuff, because they're dying. They're dying. And soon, hey, I want it to come soon. I mean, sooner than later. Like, I mean, when these people are never, they don't exist, man.
Good riddance.
Wow, yeah, they have caused havoc, in this world, and destroy everything that they came across.
Pandemonium and chaos. From the animals to the planet, to the atmosphere, to other people, to our culture, to just everything.
And still doing, and like I say, they have some bright people in their thing, and what they're thinking is there's destructive things. There's destructive. They're not using that to better humanity.
No,
Right?
not at all.
We should be advancing. I mean, all these technologies, I mean, is advanced. But when you look at life itself, whatever, and people, they in labs and all kinds of stuff thinking about, okay, what kind of fake shit I could come with and what kind of
Yes.
poison I could put with this, whatever. That's what they
Yes.
put in their mind to, man. These are some, these are, the erotic, psychotic,
Yes.
and psychopath.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Right? That's why we can't live among them, because we want peace. I mean, and they don't. You know what I mean? There's always a conflict like
Right.
that. We want peace, and
Mhm.
all they want is destruction.
Mhm.
Right? They just can't leave it alone. They always trying to meddle, whatever. And it's interesting because for people who claim to hate us, whatever, they're always in our business. Like it's a weird dynamic, whatever. It's a sickening kind of thing. You hate us, but you can't leave us alone, whatever.
Right.
You hate us, whatever, but you can't leave us alone. That's crazy.
It is
Like,
crazy.
it's like they can't make up their minds.
They can't. That's what we were talking about earlier before you got on the panel. They study us so much, but they can't stand us. I don't
Right?
get it.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
That's
It is.
crazy to me. But hey, you know what I mean? I would say this to my people, my beautiful people of the planet. Just keep doing you.
Mhm.
Just keep moving forward and doing you. And the universe and the thing will just level itself out, whatever. Because like I said, we don't have to do anything. And these people, for all the wickedness they have caused on the planet, they are just dying off. I think I made a post, I think like 3 years ago, where in this state they end up making abortion like they make abortion illegal because was a white state. Because so I laughed when I read it, because I'm like, yeah, so what they want all these Beckys to start saving their babies, so they could build up their population. Because once I see that, I know what group of people they was actually targeting. And I mean, and they don't want the cave Beckys to give away their babies no more. They want them, they want to keep their babies, because they understand that white woman, their fertility rate is very low, right? They're not having babies like black people, and I mean, and brown people, I mean, and Indian people. They're not making babies, man.
Well, I know who are procreating and multiplying. Those Hispanics and those Middle Eastern people. I mean, they just be busting out babies like no tomorrow. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's to the world. But don't get it twisted, because if white people, it's not here no more, who is next in line to be the oppressor? So that's why we got to get our shit together.
The Asians.
All right, because I think Dr. Claude Anderson said this one time. He say, if we were so-called second-class citizens, whatever, and you have the Hispanic come up to be second-class citizens, whites, the Hispanic, blacks and Asians, whatever. If we have our conditions right now as second class, what will happen when we third class? What will happen when we fourth class? I'm just saying. So if we're being treated like this now, when another group of people get their resources and their numbers up, like, is that something just to think about? if we are being treated like this now, when a group of people come and walk right up and they're second class, how is our quality of life going to be on all aspects? Right? That's the reason why we got to get our shit together and we got to unite. Right? That's our superpower. Okay, I'll say this. Malcolm X say, okay, look at my hand. He say, yo, I know this is all, this is divided. I mean, if I slap you, yeah, I mean, it's going to sting a little bit. But if I put these digits together and close it like this and I punch you, you see the force will be much more devastating. Right? So this is us right now. We just need to do this. Once we do this, nothing could stop us, man.
Yeah, that is an interesting journey.
Right, nothing to stop us. So it's we have to put on all these little petty little things, and we this and we that, whatever. We are not, because like I say, if I walk down the street with you and I have another African friend or somebody, whatever, these white people, they don't look and say, oh yeah, yo, that's somebody from Africa, somebody from Cuba. They all look at us the same.
There's 3 black people.
They all look at us the same, and that's what people don't understand. Like, I don't understand this is this is middle school stuff, man. I mean, this is kindergarten shit. We should know this already. This is how these people look at us. Right? They don't care about that. So we care about that. We making this a big deal. When they don't give a damn, they just see 3 Negroes walking on the street, whatever. They don't care what language you speak, where you were born. I mean, what religion you think, what religion you strive for, what group you belong to, whatever. They don't give a damn about that. We put everything first, and we put all the non-succulent shit first, whatever.
Religion is a big divisive one. You know, we talked about this before. Religion is like probably number one.
Religion
You're not
is
a
one
Christian,
of the greatest.
get away from me. If you don't believe in Jesus, then you can't talk to me. That's number one right there.
That's one of the things.
They can't let go of their oppressor's religion. Like, they can't let it go. That's a big problem.
Yeah. Well, I think I hear was it Dick Gregory say this? He said, black people hate everything about slavery except Christianity. Yo, I heard that. I'm like, oh damn, yo. You know, that kind of sit with me for a while. I'm like, yo, that is so true.
Yeah, but you can't even have the conversation. They are still not ready. They so hypersensitive, they can't listen to the truth. They can't.
Because that's conditioning. Yeah, it's conditioning, and I think a lot of it is too. I mean, and I always tell people they don't know how to separate it, because remember, once you were taught by your grandparents and the elders, whatever. Because like for me, love my grandma. She's an ancestor now, and man, yo, I can't even tell you, man. She used to teach Sunday school. I was in Sunday school. I was in church, all kind of stuff. I love my grandma. That's all she knew. But once I started to get conscious, I had to separate it, because I knew my grandma loved me. Certain people, they'd be like, oh, so what? You know, you're calling my grandma like a liar, whatever, because religion is not real. Certain people just don't know how to separate it. I understand. That's all that was taught to her. So she just taught her children, okay, and her grandchildren what she thought was best. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean she was a liar to me, but I could separate it now. And I mean, I know. And I mean, I will leave her with that. And I mean, if that's what make her happy to the end, whatever, I understand that. But I understand now
Mm-hmm.
that was a slave religion.
Mm-hmm.
So I will never take away. And I mean, just because religion was put on us, right? And I mean, and it was a bunch of lies, whatever. That don't mean like my grandma, like literally, and she 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 lied to us, whatever. No, she didn't lie. She was just telling her truth based on what that was told to her.
Yeah, she was
When
misled.
you come across
Yeah.
people who is tying to that,
Mm-hmm.
and you challenge them, be like, yo, because remember, they are getting this from their loved ones, the people who take care of them when they were sick, and this, and feed them, and right, and do all kind of stuff with them. So they don't know how to separate that. They don't know how to separate that.
Yeah.
So,
That, but it's other stuff. I mean, politics has
yeah.
too, and then I mean, let's not even get into sports. They can't let football go. Boycott the NFL. They can't do that. Oh, I grew up on football.
Yeah, because you have to remember too that we live in someone else simulation.
This is true.
And you know, we hear this saying all the time, whatever. And I mean, I don't even have that in my vocabulary. You know, I mean, once in Rome, do like the Romans. Hell no, that's I'm not doing that. I don't want to be whatever they are doing. I mean, I want to do the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's how we have to think. Okay, if they think something is good, all right, yo, well, I'm doing the opposite of that. I mean, if they think something is bad, whatever, I'm doing the opposite. And that's what we have to think, because we can't continue, you know, to live in these people's simulation and think that we're going to get out of the condition.
Real, right? This stuff is not real. Like sports is not real. Football is not real. The NBA is not real. These celebrities are fake. The religion is not authentic. You know, that's not our religion. That was, like you said, forced upon us. Just the politics. All of this, like you said, is a manufactured simulation. And people are still like feeding into these narratives. And I don't understand at this point why people are still doing this nonsense. It's very aggravating.
It's called distraction. Once you keep people distracted with sports, this, because remember, once a people is being oppressed and they are being distracted,
yeah,
you don't know that you oppressed.
It's escapism. So now
okay, you don't know. You're oppressed, but yo, they give you this and you're like, oh, sports. Yo,
yeah, I mean, they have always done it. Like, okay, what did they say about the devil? The devil pulls this trick to believe that he's not real, right? We are living with the devil that's giving us all this stuff and then give us the solution at the same time. It's just crazy. And then people fall for it. Like, it's just stupid, but people do it, you know? And I get what you're saying. People, they need some type of form of escape, but instead of them trying to focus on how to get out of it, they get in it and stay in it, and they find a coping mechanism. They start smoking weed, they drink, they got distractions and celebrities and concerts and rap music and hip hop and just all this nonsense. All this nonsense.
It's you know, like I mentioned this from before. Just imagine if Black people had, I say, maybe 20 years just left alone and do our own thing. You know, I mean, you will be surprised just to see without no police brutality, whatever. We just left
alone just to do
leave
our
us
own thing,
alone. That's the problem. They won't. We're under
right?
constant attack.
So that's why we always under attack. So there's never a chance for us to.
They
We
attack
can have little success here, whatever, or what you think is success. And like I say, if a celebrity made it out of the hood, whatever, that's not a success, because when you look at the majority of the people in the condition, whatever, that's not a success. That's like saying I was teaching a class of 50 and 2 students pass, and I'm like, yo, that's a success. I'm like, no,
No, it
that's a
wasn't.
failure, because you know what I mean, the other 48% didn't pass, but people, let's focus on the 2.
Yeah. Right.
Right? I'm like, yo, hey, look at Oprah, yo, why you can't be like that? Oh yeah, okay.
Like, how
Right?
many times are we going to keep hearing about Jay-Z, Jay-Z, Jay-Z? Oh, he was at the Roots picnic. Shut the fuck
Who
up.
cares?
I'm
Hey,
not a
listen,
Jay-Z. Oh, he's a billionaire. No, he's not. No, he's not. In the grand scheme of things, who freaking people with money and power? I'm talking about like Jeff Bezos and, people that really have some type of real way to make some type of change in this nation. Like, Jay-Z is not doing anything to that magnitude of what a Jeff Bezos is
yo,
doing, or Mark Zuckerberg, or any of
these
those people.
celebrities, what have what impact Jay-Z? Yeah, what do I know about Jay-Z? What he did, he gentrified part of Brooklyn because he put his name on. Oh yeah, yo, he was the owner, or what? He was part owner of the Brooklyn. That's whatever, yo. He just had a microscopic piece of it, right? But the man who owned that, I mean, was a Russian man or whatever. But he put Jay-Z name on status on it, so black people would support it. I drove that place. I remember when I was building, and I drove down to New York. I think it's on Atlantic and Flatbush or whatever, that corner. And I remember, you see, I mean, if you see how much places they had to tear down to actually build that. Right? And when the last time you hear Jay-Z and the Brooklyn Nets, whatever, name in the same sentence? Okay, they just use his name just to get people on board. I mean, with that, whatever. So, like I say, it's all. I mean, what have he done to really make an impact? I'm sick of this. Oh yeah, he helped. He helped pay somebody's student loan or whatever. No, what do you have done? Like, with all the money and status you have, what impact you could look back on and say, man, yo, shit, yo, he did this, yo, to change a generation. That's what we're talking about. I mean, we're not talking about like, oh yeah, you help a few people go to college, whatever.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about you. If you're such impacting, if you have such a big impact of the hip hop community, or your name is this, or your name is big, whatever, shouldn't your results be the same thing too as well to match that?
Well, they say you recognize a tree by the fruit they bear, right? He's another Kevin Hart, if you ask me.
Well, we shouldn't look up to no celebrities and
At all.
and I mean, and everything that we want as a people, we could get it without them, right? Because you mind you, okay, I have to take you a trip down in Black Wall Street. Okay, you didn't have no basketball players.
That's
or
right.
singers or rappers or R&B, whatever. These were black people supporting black people, and they had one of the biggest thriving communities in America without no celebrities. So so hold on a second. So we have access to all this stuff,
right now, and we can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have access to all this stuff, and they do it. What like, is this something I don't that I'm missing here that we kind of saw? So don't tell me that we can't do it. Of course we could do it, but I understand, like I say, all this the distraction. I mean, and we just focusing on the wrong thing. One more thing I'm gonna say, and I say this so many times. I say the sad part about it. The sad part about it is, the only time Black people will probably come together, just this time, if white people, Indians, Arabs, Chinese people send out a bulletin and say, we don't want you Negroes that come into my store, come into my mall, doing nothing. There's two kind of Black people. The ones will say like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do, yo? I can't feed my kids. And then Black people like us gonna say, okay, what's your skill? What's your skill? Whatever. That's gonna force us to build for our own. I think that's the only reason why we need people, non-Black people, to tell us, don't come to our store, don't come to our business, whatever. That will force us, because we will have to do it ourselves. We won't have no choice.
They pretty much do that. It's just that people are still freaking stupid and slow.
No, they do it based on racial thing, but you could still go to the store. I'm talking about physically. They tell you, don't come to my store no more. Don't come and shop here. Don't come and eat here. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Because there's enough smart people here. So we're gonna take our skills together, and we're gonna say, yo, you have all the skills, whatever. We got to do something that will force us to do something. We will have to do something.
I would hope so, because you got a bunch of idiots that probably be out there protesting for the right to go into the store.
Okay, so you're gonna take that protest sign and go hand it to your babies for them to eat something. Okay, when is the point you're gonna realize you can't go to the grocery store and feed your child? Right?
I'm
That's
just
what I'm
saying.
saying.
It's a lot of idiots.
It's sad, but it's true, because you got to remember, what did segregation taught us, right? And
we should have stayed segregated. That's what it said.
Okay. Going back to Black Wall Street, you have to remember, Black people wasn't allowed nowhere. So think about what I'm saying. They wasn't allowed to go nowhere. So they had to build something for themselves.
Yeah.
Right? And once they see that, they're like, God damn, we left these Negroes and this is what it create.
Yeah, but they got mad at that too. They can't live with us. They can't live without us. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, but you're right. Segregation was the best thing that ever happened to us, because we control and own everything. And the moment that we integrate with these people, we lost everything. So we just think the white man ice was colder. Right? Because it say Billy Bob on it. Yeah. And I mean, so when you look at Jamal Ice and you look at Billy Bob Ice, you'd be like, hey man, I don't know about Jamal Ice, man. That ain't cold enough. But Billy Bob Ice over here, yeah, it's colder. That's the mentality, and we are being taught and bred into that kind of mentality that not support. And like I say, this stuff is engineered too. So it's enough of our people. We just do this without even thinking, because we've been taught, we've been conditioned to think like that, right? So and that's the thing. So that's why we need to reach the babies before they reach our babies.
Oh man, sending them to them schools. I'm telling you.
We need to read the baby because
Yes.
I don't know one Jew who does send their babies into German schools to learn.
Right? Tell me after the Holocaust. Right.
To a people who have been physically, mentally, psychologically being destroyed by a people. You sending your child, your precious child, to go learn, so they could sit down. They could be. They could sit down to learn about Christopher the RAPE guy. Right? So it's you know what I mean? It's crazy.
It is crazy.
You know, it's crazy. So we got to do better, man. We seeing what's going on, and so we got to make a change. And I mean, and we got to do better. We can't continue this. We can't. You know, we've seen it for ourselves. And I mean, we should never be protesting no more about nothing. And I mean, our actions should kind of speak louder. And somebody said something really interesting real quick. Say, hey, yes, I know it's harder. It's hard enough for us just to sustain from every businesses we do. But what is powerful, we could say, you see that one Asian store on the corner, we're going to focus on that one specifically and say, we're not going to support this store until they go out of business. So we can't do everybody at the same time. But if we come together and focus on that one store, we could have an impact.
Could. Will they is the question.
Right? But the moment the Asian person drop that weave here to 15 to 20% off, and I mean, all of a sudden, I mean, you have black women lining up, whatever.
You gotta even get to that point, because it's like, when will melanated females understand they don't need somebody else's hair on top of their head? When will they start to accept and embrace themselves for who they are? Like, the stuff is so psychological. They're mentally sick. They're mentally ill. Women will not leave the house without weave. Like, women will not leave the house without fake false lashes. Everything about them has to be so enhanced and extra, and they feel like they cannot be accepted by being their natural normal selves. It's not enough. It's like it's just so much. It's so many layers to it. It's so many layers to it.
And one of it is too, because remember, when you've been told for your whole life, or you see society say that you're ugly, you're this, whatever. And I mean, and that's just part of we like having nice stuff, whatever. Because remember, we never everything we have tried to own, I mean, was taken away from us. So that's why we are so, I mean, we're so fascinated, I mean, of wanting stuff now, or buying these fancy cars and jewelry and all kind of stuff, because I understand it's a psychological thing too. And like I say, I used to beat on my people and stuff like that, and I still do, but I understand a lot of stuff like this. I mean, it's conditioning, man, for I don't, for a very long time, and we have to break that conditioning, because then we pass it on to the babies, and then we pass it on. So we have to break that cycle. And I mean, we gotta do a better job. We know the climate, man. Right now, for us, kind of do. And one thing I have to say too, we gotta get serious. We gotta stop the bullshit and party and whatever. We gotta get serious, man. We gotta really get serious to want to have an impact, whatever. Like we gotta get down to business. We have to, right? we are too distracted with so many things that is not um um that's not pushing our people forward to be great. We're not focusing on that, right? We have all these other groups of people, children who's training their children to be great, to be better than them. And what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, I'm not saying some of us is not doing it, but we need to get the majority of our people on that mindset.
Yeah, majority of them are not. And I'm telling you what I know because I work with children every single day. I travel around these schools. Do you want me to tell you how many melanated people are in a classroom that can actually read and are literate? And then you have the Hispanic children that come in there, can't speak English, but get pulled in small groups. Now they are outperforming melanated children, can read better, can write better, can better command of the English language, which I know this is a bastardized language that we have.
Yeah.
It's like they're going to be outperforming melanated children. That's what's about to happen.
The responsibility first, because if I come to your home, okay, and you have children, and I see a bunch of TVs in their room and television and iPads and phones and all kind of stuff, and you don't have an area with books and studying whatever, there's only so much a teacher could do. It starts at home. You have to condition a kid at home first. You know what I mean? And they will continue that. You can expect to send your child 6 to 8 hours a day at school, and that's hopefully whatever. And a teacher teach your kids or whatever. No, you have to do that homework. You have to read with them. You have to think with them. You have to make sure, be like, yo, you can't have a bunch of TVs in your house, and don't have some books or a little, encyclopedia and books and learn all kind of stuff. No, man, you in trouble. Your children are in trouble.
They are. They really are. And I don't think
it starts at home.
It starts at home, and I don't think people are taking it serious enough.
Right?
The children are going to suffer.
Right? Because we competing with all these Asian and Indian kids and all kind of stuff.
And they are very serious about education.
Yeah, they're serious, they're serious.
Very.
And that's why, real quick, I love what Q Butter is doing. I love it. And he just standing 10 toes down in that. And, I just love what he's doing, because that's the future. All right, your children get out of high school. What are the skills mindset? What are they doing? They competing with children, okay, from different backgrounds, who advance, and you put them in the same room with them, whatever, and you expect them to succeed, and you not doing the work to make sure you invest in them.
Yeah. I didn't know he was still doing the Zyx Institute.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He have another. He built another one down south, whatever you have to, and he actually moved to one. He was in a certain part of Brooklyn, and he moved to like a bigger place, whatever. So yeah, man, he's doing his thing, and he's pushing that STEM program, man.
That's good.
And, what I mean, love what he's doing, and we need to compete, man, because if we don't compete, man, we done.
Yeah,
we done as a people, because once the people are like that, show me the people who's in control of everything, how you think they're going to treat your black ass.
They already think that we're irrelevant.
Okay, because if you're not competing, then what are you doing?
They feel like we're useless, and I just hope people take it seriously. Life is not a game. Like you said, we got to really get serious, and it's like we got to stop these distractions. I know people like to have fun. Yeah, we came here in human form to enjoy human life and to have fun and celebrate and have fun. But at some point, we have to get up out of this oppression. And we cannot do it by being distracted all day, every day.
Most definitely, and we gotta focus on the youths, man. We have to focus on the baby. That's our future right there. We have to focus because they are looking up to us. They're looking for us for examples, and whatever they see, that's exactly what they're gonna follow. So what are you doing?
Yes.
What are you doing to set that examples? So they could see you and say, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do. They see bullshit, whatever. Amen. They be doing bullshit.
That's exactly what I see. And I'm telling you, I work with children. I am tired of it. I even, I work with Q Butter just for a very brief period. I was doing some tutoring at the Zyx Institute, and his children are very well read, very well studied. But I think it's commendable because he's a melanated male. He's an alpha male, and he's doing it. And I think more melanated children need to have these type of people, mentors in their lives. And I also feel like I want to see more melanated males work in the school system. We need more of that, more discipline.
Yeah,
because
course.
When they encounter us, they see females as like a maternal figure. So we remind them of their mother, their auntie, their big sister, but they need that strong male structure. They need to see this.
Every young man
Yes.
does whatever. There's something about that. Like, your mom could give you love and all kind of stuff, which is good. She could give that nurturing part, but there's some things moms can't give you.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Especially when you the world we living in, this diaspora. Trust me, all right. That's the reason why they wanna have all our black males' hand like this, all broken.
You notice that, right? That's
what they want.
It's so highly accepted because June is what, LGBTQ month or whatever. They got the rainbows in the city. Like out here, they have a whole parade. They shut the city down for the parade.
I hear too, yo. And that's so funny, I love rainbows growing up, and now, these people hijack rainbows, and I can even, times I go out and I see a nice rainbow shirt, I'm like, I can't even get that without, affiliating with those people. It's like, how do you hijack a rainbow?
Right.
And I can't even enjoy no more because people gonna look at me like, hey, what's going on over there? Like, you know what? You hijack my childhood memory of something that I enjoy. I know I can't even wear it. Like, it's crazy.
It is crazy. I remember Rainbow Bright, and even now, when I see a rainbow in the sky, I get excited. I'm like, oh, well, let me take a picture and capture the moment. But it's like when you mention rainbow, it's always affiliated with those people.
People hijack how do you hijack something wonders? A wonder of the world, something so beautiful. You hijack that color, whatever, and I can't even even buy a shirt because I love rainbow. Like, I can't even do it no more. Because everybody eyes and mine now is just affiliate with that.
I think we should take it back. I think we should take it back. Start buying rainbow shirts and just because that ain't.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Well, King, we've been on here for about 3 hours now.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah, but it was nice. It's interesting, very informative. Always a pleasure to have you here. You're always welcome back anytime. Talk about anything you want. The floor is always yours. Y'all, if you see this, please check out BRNTV now, right? Black Revolutionary TV.
Black Revolutionary now.
Black Revolution
now. Okay, we don't want later. We want it now, right? That's why I say Black Revolutionary now. We don't want to wait until next week. We want it now. Now.
me type it in the
Right?
chat. Missionary. Now, TV. When is the last time you posted? It's been a while because I haven't been seeing you pop up.
I don't post any videos because, like I say, I've been so busy. But I post something on my community tab.
Okay.
Couple days ago or something like that. Right, a few
You
days.
always have, excuse me, some very insightful, informative information on your posts every time, either on Instagram or on your community tab.
Yeah. I post something. Yeah, like I say, I have manual. I have maybe like 20 videos that I made. You know, what I mean, I just don't like, because sometimes it just take a while. Let's edit, the music. I gotta get a clip. I gotta do this, whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, and sometimes this kind of thing. And plus, I mean, I just been so busy dealing with this and traveling and all kind of stuff. I didn't have time. But I'm coming back because there's so much stuff I need to talk about. There's so much stuff. I mean, I need to bring. So yeah, I need to go through some of my videos to see what kind of. I mean, I probably scrap a couple of them, whatever, and just release some and just make some new one, whatever. So yeah, I have to figure it out, but definitely. So
Okay. Well, I look forward to the footage whenever you feel like sharing.
sure, yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, it was nice seeing you still. You know, what I mean, and I mean, I'm always rooting for you. You know what I mean, you're doing your thing, whatever you're posting and you're growing your channel. It's beautiful as always, and just seeing you for the time that I know you, and I see you growing, and you're just blossoming like each time I see you. So
too kind.
beautiful. Yeah, but it's true. You know what I mean? Because you can't be the same you was next year or whatever. Or 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Like, so, I mean, growth is very important. So, I mean, I'd love to see it.
Oh, so we're evolving, is what you're saying.
Yeah, of course. Sure.
I appreciate that. And you are definitely a charmer and a flatterer, but I'll take it.
If you come across like that, hey, so be it. But I mean, I'm speaking the truth, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And you know it too. You have to know it. I mean, don't tell me, you don't wake up and look in the mirror and say, yeah, man, look at me today. Come on. You have to have that, right? We have to have that for self-confidence, of course.
Well, I try, but let me tell you, it's been a struggle. There's been a lot going on.
Yeah, we got to do it, yo. We just can't try, yo. We have to do it.
You're right.
Right? We have to do it. I mean, we have to be our cheerleader sometimes. I mean, we have to be our biggest cheerleader.
You are right.
Right? We have to.
I always cheerlead behind everyone else. But for me, I do try to, I'll be like, don't you say the word try. You are doing it. So you're right.
Yeah, doing it.
Yeah, that's true. My Mary Kay director was the one that told me this. So you're right.
Yeah, we gotta take certain things out of your vocabulary because your memory, your genetic memory don't know the difference. So you have to. Certain words is very important to your psyche, and I mean, and for your psychology.
True.
You know, it's very important because I mean, once you start saying it, you start to believe it, and and you start doing it, and it becomes something that is tangible.
Tangible, just like the land in Zanzibar.
Yes, exactly. Tangible. I mean, it's actually tangible. Because now people say, yo, I'm doing it, whatever. And I mean, and like I say, years. I mean, this was years in the making because I actually want to do it. And the time was perfect. So I'm saying, yeah, man, I got it done. Right? I mean, got it done. I mean, we just can't talk about it and say, yeah, man, well, one day or whatever, and you see you 10 years. Hey, what about that? Yeah, man. Well, one day. No, you just had to get it done. You just had to do it. I mean, like I say, yes, find a destination you want to go on, I mean, in Africa, and just do it. Do it.
It's coming. It is coming.
Right?
Yeah.
Just do it. I mean, the BS going to be here. Trust me. I mean, it
Right.
ain't going nowhere. The bill's going to be here. The nonsense going to be here. I mean,
yeah.
Like, so yeah, you decide to do it. So
definitely.
I mean, that's my advice to you. Whatever. Yeah. And I mean, and people who's listening, whatever, just go for whatever that you want to do, man. Don't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Time is very, very precious.
Yes.
Don't wait. Just do it. Right. And I mean, I don't wait for no one, whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's good to do things with certain people, but you come into this world by yourself, you're going to leave by yourself. So there's certain things you just have to do yourself. I mean, we can't wait around, because when we wait on for people to do it, whatever, we will never get it done. And the worst thing you want to do is to have regrets in life.
That is so true. That's very true.
Right? Don't have no regrets in life, man. I mean, just live your life, and yeah, that's your happiness right there. And I mean, with no regrets, say, yo, I've done this, and I'm happy that I did this. And so yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna be signing on out of here. It is 12:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time. We've been on here for 3 hours and 15 minutes. Closing out, I just want to say, continue to celebrate yourself, continue to walk in your divinity. And as always, you all, I wanted to say stay blessed, but I'm going to say stay elevated. I'm going to
stay elevated. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Elevated. Yeah. Stay aware, stay conscious, and stay elevated. And I mean, and to you and to my people, my Black, Malay people, African, wherever, you know who I'm talking about. We are the first people on the planet. Let us start acting like it.
All right. Thank you so much. We're going to be signing on out of here.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
All right, you too.